handoff to Pacheco, sidesteps a tackle, cuts 15, 10, 5, freaking touchdown, dude! Blown up, fumble, pitch back to Brian Cook, and Brian Cook's gonna freaking house it, dude! He's gonna house it! Oh my God! He's got plenty of time, fires, back in the end zone, touchdown! Bro, what the frick did I just watch? And this is why you don't doubt Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna waltz in, untouched, touchdown, Kansas City, let's go, baby! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Week 9 play-by-play reaction stream between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Should be a really good game. Every time these two teams play, it's typically going to be one that goes down to the wire or is at least very close to doing so. I think the last 5 or 6 times these two teams have played, aside from last regular season game, went down to a one-score game. And last year, during the regular season, Josh Allen kind of had that fourth down run and barreled his way into the end zone to go up 9. Two different teams right now. The Chiefs are obviously slight favorites, very slight favorites on the road. Last time I checked, it could have changed, but last time I checked, they're 1.5-point favorites. And I do have the Chiefs winning this one 28-24. It's not going to be an easy game. Every time you have a team where you're going up against a quarterback, I guess you could say. I was going to go a little bit different route here, like, because James Cook is doing a great job too, but just when you have Josh Allen back there, I understand the deep passing game doesn't look the same. I understand they're dinking and dunking a little bit more than they have in years past. They're a run-first team, but if Josh Allen has the football near the end of the game, or Patrick Mahomes has the football near the end of the game, it could simply be whoever has the ball last wins. Both of these teams like to have long drives that take up a bunch of time of possession off the clock. So that'll be a key thing in this one. If you're the Chiefs, you want Josh Allen and James Cook on the bench. If you're the Bills, you want Patrick Mahomes, Rashee Rice, Kelsey, whoever over there on the bench. The Chiefs have been very good about establishing long drives on offense. Lots of third and fourth down conversions. One of the most aggressive teams in fourth and go situations, green light analytic situations on fourth down. One of the most successful teams, really, on fourth down. And Kareem Hunt is going to be the primary back today. And we'll talk about the inactives for sure. This game is it's a little bit odd to me in a couple position groups, but there is some good news, I think, worth processing through and talking about. Cooper, thank you so much for the membership, brother. We'll get into the inactives real quick. You've got Christian Fulton, Pacheco, Jalen Royals, Jared Wiley, Elijah Mitchell, CJ Hansen, and Josh Simmons. Simmons is still away from the team. He hopefully comes back next week and is available around the bye week. We'll see. Jared Wiley, he's been inactive all year. Jalen Royals, he's been inactive basically since Rashee Rice came back. But the kind of odd thing to look at is Elijah Mitchell and Pacheco both inactives. You're going to have Kareem Hunt, Brashard Smith, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who was elevated from the practice squad yesterday. There's plenty of times, and I think CJ Hansen might be an example of, was it Hansen that got elevated yesterday along with Clyde? There's plenty of times a practice squad player gets elevated but not activated. They're not dressing out on game day. Well, the Elijah Mitchell situation continues to be one of the weirdest situations on the entire roster. If you have a guy that's on the 53 inactive and you elevate a practice squad guy over him, what is he doing on the roster? Why is he here? What's the point? There isn't one. And some say, well, maybe his hamstring injury, because he missed all last year with the hamstring injury. Maybe that's not quite right yet. Then put him on IR. It's week 9. What are we doing? And so that's just a weird situation. I don't know what to make of it. I kind of said yesterday, if CEH does play over Elijah Mitchell, get him off the roster. The heck is he doing here? It makes zero sense to me. Elijah Mitchell is healthy scratch all year for depth. Well, Pacheco's out. You now need depth, and you go with CEH over him. And I'm not really bashing CEH. That's fine. The coaching staff decided CEH was going to be more effective out there in his role, even though I think it's going to be limited over Elijah Mitchell. CEH might very well be your third down back at times, and they're using him They have more value, more trust in CEH in the pass pro aspect of things than Elijah Mitchell. Okay. If Elijah Mitchell is here after the trade deadline, I am so confused. And it's not like he has a lot of trade value. Christian Fulton's been a healthy scratch. That one's been weird, but you can kind of reach the conclusion of like why Christian Fulton's been inactive. If one of the top 3 corners for the Kansas City Chiefs got hurt, and then they elevated a practice squad corner over Fulton and he was still inactive, that becomes one of the weirdest situations on the roster, and that's kind of what you're dealing with, not to the same extent in Elijah Mitchell. Now, Mike Pennell is active. He's going to be playing. I think Kareem Hunt is going to he's going to be your primary back. He's going to be out there most of the time, but if he needs a break, maybe Brashard Smith a little bit, but I don't think Brashard Smith is your third down back. I don't think he's quite ready for that. So he's got 1 year of experience at the running back position. So that's the inactives. That's what things are looking like over there. For Buffalo, I did want to mention a couple guys. Taron Johnson is one of their, I think he's their starting nickelback. He popped up on the injury report on Friday, I believe with a groin injury, and he's been out. Or he's been ruled out. So he's out. Linebacker Shaq Thompson is out. Daquan Jones, their defensive tackle that's pretty impactful, he's out, I think, for the second game in a row. I can't remember if he's dealing with a calf or what is going on there, but they're a little thin. The Bills are a little thin along the interior because you also have Ed Oliver out on IR. This team is one of the worst in the NFL against the run. Yards per rush allowed, rushing yards per game allowed. They're 31st in the NFL. So if the Chiefs want to try to have a game on the ground, this would be one to do it, but you also don't have Isaiah Pacheco, so it offsets a little bit here. It's still going to be a good game. I think the Chiefs can win it, but you're going to have to play some clean football, man. You can't have the 2 turnovers like last week. Rice also fumbled and recovered his own fumble. You've got to play some really clean football. Keep Josh Allen, keep James Cook on the bench as long as humanly possible. And I think the Chiefs are high-powered enough on offense because the Bills are down several guys in the secondary. You've got Jordan Poyer in the safety room right now, 34-year-old Jordan Poyer, because you have Taylor Rapp and a couple others on IR. And then you have Taron Johnson banged up as well. You have their first-round rookie is playing in this game, Maxwell Hairston, but he's played, 20 or 30 snaps in his NFL career because he's been injured. One guy to watch, though. Meanwhile, the Chiefs they're rolling. 28 or more points scored the last 5 games. I think it should be 28-24 Kansas City Chiefs, but obviously things can get weird. I mean, we're watching weird games right now around the NFL. The Titans scraped by the Chargers scraped by the Titans 27-20. I don't know what happened, but Joe Alt got carted off, I think, with a knee injury, so that's one to monitor. The Vikings and Lions, super close game. The Falcons lost to the Patriots by 1 point, 23-24. The Steelers might upset the Colts, 27-17 right now with a minute to go. Broncos and Texans is tied at 15 all, and they do not have C.J. Stroud. It's worth watching this game here because we need the Broncos to somehow lose. I don't know that that's going to happen because C.J. Stroud has been ruled out with a concussion, but it is 15-15. The Broncos have the ball. I want to bring in FLDB in here, get some thoughts on the game. We'll look at our underdog picks, of course, as well, and then we'll get ready for the game. The game is in roughly 8 minutes. FLDB, the scoreboard master in the house. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
How you feeling about this game?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I feel like we can move the ball against this Buffalo defense. And our defense has been playing lights out, so we'll see if that continues. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, they have been playing well. You didn't like the last 2 teams if you don't even want to pay attention to it. Okay, but you allowed 0 to the Raiders. You allowed just 7 last week, and then only 17 to the Lions. Like, if you want to talk about a good team that the Chiefs just recently had a convincing win over, that wasn't that long ago, and it was the Lions, and they were healthy on offense, and the defense held them to 17. Part of that is because the offense continues to convert 3rd down, convert 4th down, and get 7 instead of 3. It forces these offenses to become a little bit more one-dimensional, and if you could do that with the Bills, go up 10-plus early, it would be helpful to try to force this run-first team. James Cook, absolute dog this year on the ground. I think they throw the ball bottom 3 in the NFL as far as pass play percentage, run play percentage. I think they're first in the NFL. So very just different dynamic of a Bills team this year. But you know that Josh Allen can kind of wheel and deal if he's got to. The pass catchers, you've got Khalil Shakir. He's your slot guy, primary target. Then tight end Dalton Kincaid. That's probably like his top 2. James Cook out of the backfield too. It's going to be a very interesting game, man. What's your score prediction? I said 28-24.
I have it 31-21. 10-point.
Chiefs?
I think. Yes, Chiefs.
All right. Let's go. Dude.
Yeah.
If it's not a one-score game, I would probably prefer it. I would like a non-stressful down-to-the-wire game. It just seems like when these two teams play each other, that's not normally the case. Cooper, thanks again for the membership. Sean Peterson with the 10 gifted, followed by the 50 bomb, said for the win, they could have me pay me $1.75 million to not play. That's what Elijah Mitchell is making on the roster right now. It's his cap hit. I wouldn't mind. I love the Mahomes graphic that was 3 standard deviations above all other quarterbacks. Yeah, Mahomes is playing at an MVP level, and that's kind of the X factor in this game too. If you want to say, hey, Josh Allen's the X factor on the Bills offense, I agree, because you can cover things perfectly, but Josh Allen can escape the pocket and make something happen. Well, Mahomes has been doing that better than anybody else in the NFL right now. So when you have him, you have Rice, you've got Kelsey, Juju playing well, Worthy running around, Tyquan Thornton if they want to use him. I mean, they have so many options on offense. Not much in the run game. It'll be, I think, a Kareem Hunt game. Brashard Smith getting some looks here and there. But it's not a good run defense. So I think if you're the Chiefs, you need to establish the run game, man. Sean, thanks again for the 50 bomb. The running back room situation is pretty odd with Elijah Mitchell not suiting up. But at the end of the day, what are we going to do? So we're just going to trust that the coaching staff sees Elijah Mitchell all day, every day at practice and all these looks behind the scenes that we don't see, and they are not confident in having Elijah Mitchell out there. And in fact, they would rather have the old veteran, the former first-round pick of the Kansas City Chiefs, elevated from the practice squad. Morgan with the 2 bomb. I'm going to need my oxygen mask ready. Be right back. Yeah, go get it. This game is in roughly like 4 minutes. We're about to get started here. Sleepy with the 30 months. Dominating today. Everybody got to eat. I hope so, brother. Thank you so much. Shannon with the membership. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then the real Cato in the house with the 5. Appreciate it, brother. We need to play Buffalo the same way we played Baltimore and the Eagles in the Super Bowl, meaning spy Josh and shut down Cook. Yeah, I'll be intrigued to see what Spags does, because the Bills line up so heavy with heavy personnel, multiple tight end sets because they run so much. Is Chamari Connor going to be in the slot? And how many times are we going to see him in the slot on Khalil Shakir? I might cry. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. That'll be an interesting one to watch. I will real quickly here. I want to go over my 3 picks for underdog. I was just checking Twitter, making sure we weren't missing anything, but we're not missing anything yet. Here's my 3 picks. I feel pretty good about them. We've won our last 3 in a row. My 3 sets of picks. I'm 3 for 3. Maybe 4 for 4 in a row. We'll see. But James Cook, higher than 14.5 rush attempts if you guys want to tail. He's done this in the last 7 games in a row, 6 or 7 games in a row. Mahomes, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's had 3 or more in the last 4 of 5 games. And the one he didn't have 2 in was the pick 6 Devin Lloyd Jags game. That was that close to being 2 and being the last 5 for 5, 2 or more passing touchdowns. Rashee Rice, he had 93 receiving yards last week. 49.5 felt very safe, very winnable. So those are the picks. And that's what we're looking at right now on Underdog, the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports. You can scan the QR code. Any new sign up using code HBTC can play 5, get $100 in bonus funds and a gimme pick in the lobby. But that's where we are. Thanks to Underdog for sponsoring the stream, sponsoring the channel for the 3rd season in a row as well. FLDB, we've got the helmet. You don't even know this, but I'm in the works of a helmet of my own, a custom made helmet. Yeah, I found something, and I won't spoil it, but I am in talks with a guy getting a custom-made helmet. It's a different character. It's not a Star Wars. In fact, it's Marvel related. That's all I'm going to give you. That's all I'm going to give you.
All right.
Marvel related. But I don't know when that'll even be done, but I'm in the process. So posted with a 34 months. Let's go Chiefs. Worthy is going to ball out today. I hope so, brother. Marie with the gifted. Thank you, Marie. Cat Servant with the 37 months. I really want us to buck the trend of losing to the Bills during the regular season. Yeah, and this is a very important game, Cat Servant. Thank you so much for the 37 months. Both of these teams are now behind in their division, and if the Broncos win here, it's going to put a little bit more strain on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are currently heading into this game third in the AFC West. Same record as the Chargers, but the Chargers have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs because they beat them week 1 in Brazil. The Broncos are a game ahead just because they're 6-2. So you need the Broncos to lose, but they are currently with the ball, 35 seconds to go, 2 timeouts, tied at 15 each, and they are in field goal range. And yeah, they're going to win this game. Unless they miss this field goal and it goes into overtime, I think the Broncos are about to win. So that's where we are with that. And that's why I'm saying, like, the Chiefs really need to win this game. I understand it's a regular season game. The Chiefs don't normally beat the Bills in the regular season, but they've been so dominant over the AFC West in years past. Like, oh yeah, you could drop to the Bills, you could drop here. Like, you can't really drop any more games. You don't really want the Chiefs to go to 5-4. Just would prefer that not to happen. Please. Daryl with the membership. Let's go, man. We haven't played them yet. Yep, haven't played the Broncos yet. So the Chiefs still control their own destiny. The Chiefs play the Broncos coming out of the bye, which is their bye is after this game, and then they play the Broncos again, on Christmas. So you've got a couple of games to you still control your own destiny either way, but you need to win. Yeah, you need to win this game and move on. I think I'm trying to remember, the Patriots won too. So the Patriots what's their record now? They're 7-2. So the Bills are really going to want to win this game also. Yeah, they are really going to want to win this game also. But we are getting ready for this Kansas City Chiefs game that is going to be starting here. It says 3:25. I'm hoping they kick it right over because I got the Colts and Pittsburgh Steelers game right now. I'm hoping because I'm local, they kick it over. They should. Maybe that game's over, actually. Is the Colts game over? Okay. You said it's over?
Yeah, that one's over. I have the
Colts?
Bears and the Bengals, which isn't over yet.
Okay. So you might be behind a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah. Might have to go with no time to start out, but it'll be all right.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. How's everybody feeling? What are your score predictions? I see 2,300 people in chat. Yeah, Colts just lost. They lost pretty bad. I mean, the Steelers were up multiple scores. So I was a little surprised by that, but it's a week-to-week league, and I think I didn't watch the whole game. I'll have to go back and look at some of the details, but didn't the Colts have a couple of turnovers? I think they had 1 or 2 of them.
Daniel Jones threw like
they had 3
interceptions. Yeah.
Wait, this isn't right. 3 fumbles lost and 3 interceptions thrown? That can't be right. They had 6 turnovers and lost only by 7?
It was a terrible game by them.
Wow. That's just one of the... It's a prime example of, like, they had no business losing. The Chiefs had really, no offense if there's Jags fans in here, but they didn't really have any business losing to the Jags on Monday Night Football. You had the pick 6, an INT you couldn't haul in. Some other things happened, like weird stuff. Trevor Lawrence falling on his keister twice on that goal line play near the end of the game. You have to come out and execute at a high level, man. This is the Buffalo Bills. They're not the same team. They're dealing with some injuries. The Chiefs should win this game. Play clean. Don't have the fumbles that they've been able to recover. The Chiefs have lost 8 fumbles initially and recovered all 8 so far this season. So keep the turnover luck going. Keep that going. Play clean. I mean, the more you throw, the more risk there is of INTs. It's just the reality of the situation. But Mahomes has really played a clean season of football. Yeah, he's thrown 4 picks, 2 to Kelsey, batted up into the air, resulting in INTs. I'm not putting those 2 on Mahomes. The Devin Lloyd one, he got. Then the back shoulder throw to Hollywood it was like Marshawn Lattimore in coverage. That was a good play by Lattimore. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if Hollywood ran the route a little better, I think it would have been a better position to get the ball. But
man, this is super unrelated to this game, but the 49ers just had another defensive lineman, another defensive player suffer a season-ending injury. Their draft pick, Michael Williams, defensive lineman, is feared to have suffered a torn ACL at MetLife Stadium with 4 minutes left in the game. That's Fred Warner. That's Bosa. Michael. They are going through it from an injury perspective. The trade deadline, speaking of injuries and D-line stuff, the trade deadline's on Tuesday. The Chiefs have reportedly been sniffing around for running backs. They've been sniffing around for defensive line help. Will they get anybody? I don't know. They were looking for an explosive running back. Well, they have CEH, so I think they're good over there in the running back room. Joking, obviously, but if you could get a running back, great. I think D-line help is probably a greater need, but it takes two to tango. We'll see what ends up happening here. This game for the Chiefs and Bills, by the way, is just, it's going to start here soon. We're getting close. Trips with a membership. Appreciate you, brother. And we got Brooks with a 2. Stats don't speak to how good the Steelers looked. Did they look really good? I didn't watch the game, so if the Colts had all those turnovers, I mean, it's not all just Daniel Jones or the team being bad, playing bad. They are getting some really solid play out of the Steelers defense. And I think Daniel Jones was pressured quite a bit too in that one. Again, I didn't watch the whole game. I was kind of watching Red Zone earlier, and then these midday games, I have to get ready for them, and I kind of tune out in the second half of the noon games. But we're not tuning out for this game between the Chiefs and the Bills. The 5-3 Kansas City Chiefs taking on the 5-2 Bills at Buffalo. The records are one off right now because Buffalo's already had their bye. The Chiefs' bye, meanwhile, is next week, and we are getting ready to go. We are very close to this game getting started. Yeah, Broncos and Chargers both ended up winning. So a really close game between the Broncos just today. Who did they play? I forgot already. Oh, the Texans with C.J. Stroud suffering a concussion. The Broncos won 18-15. So the Chiefs need to win this game, man. Harrison Butker is up here. It's a kick. I think the Chiefs won the toss. Per usual, opted to defer. And here we go. Kick for Harrison Butker is up. Caught at the 5 by the Bills. Cut inside, and they're up to about the 35. Basically a touchback, but there's a flag on the play. If it's on the Chiefs special teams unit, FLDB, I'm going to lose it. I'm not really going to lose it, but the Chiefs special teams unit has been very sloppy this season so far. Okay, I was actually holding on the Bills. 10-yard penalty. All right. So that's going to back the Bills up a little bit. Let's see what happens. Jennifer with the 1587 luck. Thank you for the 1587 bomb. James, resident Broncos fan. Donkeys win. Sorry to let you down. Yeah, I'm bummed. Allen. On 1st and 10 in the gun. Fakes a handoff to James Cook. It's a pass to Khalil Shakir. Shakes off of one tackle, but doesn't get more than about 3 yards. I'm going to call it 2nd and 7. This is this Buffalo team, man, it's quick passes, RPOs, a lot of runs, feed Cook. This is just kind of how their offense has sort of adapted as time has gone on, and I can't even really knock them for it. We watch Mahomes have to go through this. What matters is, do you win games? Do you convert on 3rd down? Do you move the chains, and do you get points up on the board? Both teams have been able to do that at a pretty high level this season. 2nd and 7. It's a quick pass, right side, broken up, some contact, and I think they're going to flag it. Watson is clapping. It was a flag, I think, on Jalen Watson. Keon Coleman was the target. Yeah, it was a quick pass on a slant to Keon Coleman, right side. Jalen Watson was tight on him in coverage. And he's gonna draw the DPI. So that's an automatic 1st down there for Buffalo. It was a quick pass, so it's not like, I mean, I don't know how much the moved him, like 6 yards, something like that. 1st and 10 at the 25. Allen Has Curtis Samuel in motion under center, pitches it to James Cook. He's the dangerous one you want to watch out for. Gain of about 4, maybe 5. 2nd and 6. Zach with the 10 bomb, going to my first game at Arrowhead in December for the Chargers game. Gonna have Cole in my ear for the calls. How about those Chiefs? Let's go, Zach. Hopefully you can get internet service. I feel like my phone has no reception at Arrowhead in that big crowd of people. But hopefully you can. And hopefully the Chiefs can get a stop here on this opening drive for the Buffalo Bills. At the 29, Allen under center. Shakir in motion, steps back to throw. It's a quick pass left side to Shakir. Needed 6. A second move gets him 9 and a first down. For those of you wondering when we're going to get the game clock up, we will as soon as FLDB here gets the game in his area. How close is that?
The Bengals just took the lead 42-41.
What? How much is left in the game?
They got 37 seconds.
Okay. Crazy. How are the Bengals up? That's insane. Josh Allen, meanwhile, under center at the 32. Hands it off to Cook. Cook makes 2 guys miss and stumbles forward for about 7 yards. This is a team that's, if you're going to get them to 2nd and manageable, 3rd and short, they're just going to make you pay. You've got to stop Cook, who is one of the best running backs right now in the NFL. You got to stop him on first contact, but he's very good at forcing missed tackles, breaking tackles, making guys miss, and getting extra yards needed. I think he's 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards on the year so far. 2nd and 3 at the 44. Allen once again under center. It's another handoff to Cook. He's going to bounce outside, and he's got room. Cross the 50 to the 40, shoved out of bounds. 17-yard run by James Cook. Back-to-back runs, 24 yards. I mean, if I'm the Bills, I'm going to keep running. You're averaging 12 yards a carry over the last 2. I mean, so far on this drive, I think Cook is averaging 9.3 yards a touch on the ground. So you probably want to keep doing that. But where they'll get you is on play action. At the 39, Shakir in motion behind the line of scrimmage. Allen in the gun, quick pass once again to Shakir. And he's going to bounce off of a tackle or try to. No. Brian Cook hauls him down after a gain of roughly 2, 2nd and 8. Somebody said, doesn't anybody use their arms to tackle? Yeah, you've got to tackle Cook. He's very good at slipping through. Players get paid to play, and he got paid quite a bit of money to play, and he's playing at a very high level right now. 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. I'll have the game clock available shortly to you guys. Alert, alert, said Allen, changing the play on 2nd and 8. In the gun, 3 options to his right. They hand it off to Cook, and he's going to get folded awkwardly. Gain of roughly 4. I think he's all right. 3rd and 4. They rush on 50.5% of their plays. Yeah, man. The Bills will just run. Run some more. Play action off that. You got Josh Allen that can do some running. Tough team to play. Kill once again, said Allen at the 34 in the gun. 3 options to his right. It's a quick pass to Johnson out of the backfield on 3rd and 4, and he gets probably 8 or 9. Chiefs offense is just defense is just giving up some chunk plays here. Or not even like super chunk plays, but just 5 yards here, 10 yards there, 15, 10, 8, 7. Brian Cook with the tackle on Ty Johnson. It's one of the running backs that kind of alters with Cook when he needs a break. Allen under center, offset I formation at the 25. 2 seconds on the play clock. Gets it off. It's a pitch left side to Cook. You've got Nick Bolton in the backfield. Boom. 5 yards lost on that play, maybe 4. Are they going to say 3? All right. Well, I want the Chiefs Bias him, he said 5. Bolton just eyes it all the way, splits the gap, tackle for a loss. That's the stuff you need if they're going to run. You need somebody to make a play. Tackle for loss. Back them up a little bit here. You don't want 2nd and 2. 2nd and 13, much better. Now let's do something here on this play. At the 29. We're good, says Allen in the gun, trying to get the defense to bite on a hard count. Steps back to throw, looks left, has time. Throws, caught by Samuel on 2nd and 13, but he doesn't get much. 3 yards? Not too much. They're showing the end of this Bears and Bengals game. The Bears 58-yard touchdown to win that game. At the end, the defense for the Bengals falls again. Unreal. 3rd and 8, meanwhile, for the Bills. Big down here for the Chiefs defense. Allen at the 23, steps back to throw, looks right. He's got so much time. Lofts it wide open. Touchdown. Kincaid, his number 2 target on the year. Somebody fell down, but it was wide open. It was one of the easiest plays you could ever make. If you're Josh Allen, you look at one of your main guys behind Shakir, it's Kincaid. They're showing a close-up of Drew Tranquil, so I think before seeing the replay, Drew Tranquil fell down on his route in coverage. All right, Drew Tranquil just falls down. Nice. Kincaid did have a good route, but Tranquil just tripped over Casper the Friendly Ghost's tail. That was a great opening drive there if you're the Bills. It was easy. They went 11 plays, 84 yards for a touchdown. Yeah, Bills move that easy. It's one of those games where it's like, dude, it might be a shootout. 11 plays, 84 yards. With Tranquil tripping over who? It's a good drive there for the Bills, but the Chiefs defense are going to have to reel that in a little bit. Kelly with the 10. Love the t-shirt, Cole. Nervous about this game. I hate Buffalo turf. Hoping for a clean game, no injuries, and the W. Let's go, Chiefs. Let's go. Thank you for the compliment on the shirt. This is from Made Mob. Shout out to Made Mob. Code HBT Chiefs will get you 20% off. It's all the shirts I wear. It's all from Made Mob. All right, so the Bills moved easy. Now, it's the Chiefs and the offense's time to respond. They won the toss. They deferred. So the Chiefs do get the ball to start the third quarter, but you've got to get a touchdown on this drive. Now, it's all scripted plays right now, and Spags and company will make adjustments to what they're seeing. Remember, it's a violent game of chess. Sometimes it's going to take some time here. Kickoff is up. It's caught at the 2. It's Thornton barreling his way to the 33. Chiefs ball. Here we go. Andrew, thank you so much for the 26-month membership, brother. All right. Mahomes and company taking the field. You are definitely in hostile territory because that crowd is getting loud. Mahomes in the pistol. Kareem Hunt directly behind him with Isaiah Pacheco out of this game dealing with an MCL sprain. Mahomes steps up, identifying some pressure. Worthy in motion. They hand it off to Kareem Hunt, and he's going to get about 3 yards. Remember, this is one of the worst run defenses in all of football. 31st in the NFL. Yards per rush allowed. 31st in the NFL. Rushing yards per game allowed. But the Chiefs, they're not really known for abusing you on the ground, and Pacheco's out. So let's see what they do here with Kareem Hunt, Brashard Smith, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who is active, elevated from the practice squad yesterday. 2nd and 7. Mahomes in the gun, 2 options out wide each side here. Steps back, looks, middle of the field, dropped. Hollywood Brown tried to reel it in, I think with one hand. Was it tipped? I need a replay. But with that incompletion, it's 3rd and 7. So they're showing this Patriots game, and he throws a Hail Mary. Nah, way short. Picked off. Bears are going to win 47-42. 3rd and 7, meanwhile, for the Chiefs. I didn't see a replay. Don't know if the pass was batted or what, but Hollywood couldn't corral that 2nd and 7 dart, middle of the field. 3rd and 7 has the crowd going bonkers. Mahomes, once again in the gun. Steps back to throw. The Bills rush 4. Throw over the head of Rashee Rice, incomplete, and the Chiefs are going to go 3 and out. Nice, dude. Mahomes was trying to target Rice, right side, just past the line to gain. It was over his head. Would have loved to see that completion there to Rice, but just like that, this offense is off the field, and the Chiefs are going to punt. Matt Ariza, the lefty, booms it to his left, but it's a bit short. Caught at the 28-yard line, gain of roughly 2, tackled at the 30. Shakir was the returner. All right, so just like that, the Bills' offense is back out there on the field. Here we go. Oh my gosh, the fear heading into this MRI is that Tucker Kraft, tight end Tucker Kraft, tore his ACL. That is a very tough potential loss there for the Green Bay Packers. I know that's unrelated to this game, but I just saw that news. Ooh. Dan, thanks so much for the 14-month membership. Imagine showing Jags versus Raiders over this. Yeah, if you're out of market and that's what you got, I do apologize. All right, 1st and 10. Allen, under center offset I formation. They hand it off to Cook, and he's going to get 8, 9 yards. There was a late hit by the Chiefs. I don't see a flag. All right, so the Bills march down the field. Opening drive, they went 11 plays, 84 yards, touchdown. The Chiefs offense went 3 plays, 3 yards, punt. And now on 1st down, James Cook just got more yards, 5 more yards than the Chiefs offense just did on 3 plays. 2nd and 2. Offset I formation again. They're going to run again to Cook, and he's going to get about the same, 7, 8 yards. He's probably averaging about 8 yards a pop right now on the ground. This is what the Bills do. They'll just keep running, bullying, soaking up that time, draining it off the clock, and oftentimes, more times than not, putting points up on the board. We'll see if the Chiefs defense can get something done here. 1st and 10. Allen in the gun at the 45. Chiefs are showing pressure a little bit. No, not going to bring it. Allen steps back to throw, and it's off the hands of his intended target. It's number 85. Jackson Hawes, their rookie out of Georgia Tech. You've got Hawes. He's been doing a lot of like pre-snap motion, but kind of helping bully in the middle. And then you've also got Reggie Gilliam. I think that's how you say his last name there, fullback. He's been out there too, blocking. They go super heavy. Daryl, thank you so much for the 2-bomb, brother. Let's go. All right, 2nd and 10 at the 45. Allen fakes a screen one way, switches directions to Johnson, I believe, but it's wrapped up immediately by Mike Dana for a gain of 3. Yeah, Ty Johnson. Ooh. You fake the screen one way, threw it the other way. 3rd and 7. This is a big 3rd down here for the Chiefs. Chiefs defense, because this is, well, it could be go for it territory, depending on how close you can get it here. If you're the Bills, because you're up near midfield. You're at the 47. Allen in the gun. 2 options out wide each side here. Allen identifying pressure. Steps back to throw. Looks left. pressure coming, lets it go, catch made, and Kincaid is going to jump forward 2 yards shy, maybe 2.5 yards shy. If you're the Bills, you go for it, dude. What are we talking about? You keep Patrick Mahomes on the bench. Yeah, I would think. 4th and 2, here we go. Allen in the gun. Steps back to throw. Looks one way, doesn't like it. Looks the other way, holds on for 1,000,000 years. Perfectly timed pass breakup by Brian Cook. Turnover on downs. Clean. There was contact, but right at the time, the ball hit the hands of Shakir. And actually, Shakir became the defensive back on that play because Brian Cook was going to pick that off. Brian Cook was going to pick that off. So that's turnover on downs for the Bills. This is just like, I always think about this. It's so hard. You play football your entire life, but you got to think on 4th down, don't pick the ball off. But it's so hard to get that out of your head. Like Cook was going to try to pick that off. And it's better to not and have the turnover on downs. But regardless, that's what you needed right there, FLDB. The helmet came on.
Yes, sir.
And it's turnover on downs for the Buffalo Bills. I don't even fault them for going. You've got to go.
No, that was a good go for it.
Yeah, you've got to go. You got to keep Patrick Mahomes and company on the bench. If that was the Chiefs right there, I'd say, yep, go for it. That was a definite go situation. But if you're averaging 8 yards a pop on the ground, I'm a little surprised they didn't run it.
Yeah, didn't run the ball, yeah.
Chiefs aren't going to win, bro. Don't get excited. Okay. You see into the future, or are you an idiot? Which one? All right, so after 3 plays, 3 yards on offense, the Chiefs are going to go out there and try it again. Yeah, they're playing Mahomes, so I get why he went on 4th down. Oh, heck yeah, man. It was a go situation. 4th and 2 near midfield. You saw at least 5 people beat Cole for Halloween? No, you didn't. No, you did not. I promise you saw nobody doing that. That would be funny. All right, so, hey, props to the defense on that drive. 6 plays, 23 yards for the Bills, turnover on downs. All right, that was a great stop. Now the Chiefs offense has to move. Cooper with the 5 bomb said, last drive was a fluke. We scoring a touchdown this drive. I hope so. Need it, brother. Thank you. Renee with the 9 months. Get it firing, Chiefs. Let's go. All right, you've got Mahomes. You got him in the pistol, but you've got Noah Gray and Travis Kelce to the right of Mahomes. They fake the handoff to Kareem Hunt. Mahomes steps back to throw, fires, middle of the field, caught by Rice at the 30, dives back, and surges forward to about the 35. He was doing some DeMarcus Robinson juking backwards there. Rice lined up on the right side, just runs a crosser, middle of the field, open. Mahomes had time in the pocket. A big story, too, I didn't even mention earlier, FLDB, was Trey Smith is active in this game, and he's playing. Didn't play last week with the back spasms, was limited Wednesday, Thursday at practice, full on Friday, questionable to play, and he's out there. Quick pass, meanwhile, to Worthy on a little, it's a quick pass, but he was going end around and gets about 7, 8 yards on that play, 2nd and 3. So you had Worthy kind of going in motion behind the line of scrimmage. And Mahomes throwing that quick pass there, left side, gets 7. 19 yards, then 7 yards. Chiefs moving a little bit here. Let's keep it going. Man, what a game 7, said James with the 2. Go Dodgers. The World Series is on. Couldn't even tell you who's playing. Don't watch baseball, but hey, as long as you guys are enjoying it, power to you, and hopefully it's been entertaining. We want this one to be entertaining. Mahomes and company at the 26. They hand it off to Rashee Rice out of the backfield. He's shoved out of bounds, but he reaches forward right near that first down marker depending on the spot, that's either a first down or very close. Blue Jays and Dodgers, nice. World Series is over. Oh, okay. Go Dodgers. Oh, they won it. They won it yesterday, didn't they? I think so. I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't watch anything else but football. Just NFL. Don't even watch college. All right. 24-yard line for Mahomes. He's in the gun empty. 3 to his right, 2 to his left. At the 24, Bills rush 4. Mahomes steps up into the pocket to scramble, but there's nowhere to go, and he gets lit up right near the line of scrimmage. There's a flag on the play, though. Mahomes is pointing that way, so they think there's a hold or some flag on the Bills. Bosa's shaking his head. Holding on Cole Bishop. Holding, 5-yard penalty, first down. I don't know if they're going to show the replay. Okay, they are. There was a little bit of contact on Worthy. There was a little contact somewhere else. I didn't see the one on Rice at all. All right, first down and 10 at the 19. Mahomes in the gun, one back to each side. They're going to hand it off to Brashard Smith, who's going to get about 5 yards left side, down around the 14. Where is CEH? He's not going to play much, man. CEH and Elijah Mitchell, whoever was going to be active, I don't anticipate them playing much. It's going to be the Kareem Hunt and Brashard Smith show for this one primarily. All right, crowd's getting loud. 2nd and 6. Mahomes in the pistol. The Bills look a bit confused in the secondary. Worthy in motion. They're going to hand it off to Kareem, and he's going to barrel his way through for about 5.5 yards. You needed 6. You got very close. Man, this game's moving, FLDB. It's already the end of the first quarter. Almost. This is the last play here. You got the helmet on. I don't know what's wrong with your video camera. I think it's just your internet. Just a little foggy. Little pixely. Filming it on your Razor. 3rd and 1. Here we go. At the 9.5, Mahomes in the gun. Kelsey goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to Kareem, and he's going to make one man miss. Spins around down at about the 3. 1st and goal for the Chiefs, looking to try their best here to tie this game up. All right, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It's going to be the end of the first quarter. I would anticipate the Chiefs to score. They've been red hot in the red zone over the past few weeks in particular, and I just feel like Andy Reid's in his bag right now in the red zone with all the weapons that Mahomes has at his disposal. They've run some fun stuff here. They fake a handoff a couple plays ago to Kareem. They hand it off to Smith. It'll be interesting to see how they incorporate Brashard Smith a little bit more in this game, obviously with Pacheco out. Because Brashard Smith is the most electric guy in the backfield. It's not really close, but he has 1 year of experience at the position. Power Up with the 5 bomb said, dude, Elijah Mitchell is just making money on the bench. Yeah, it is confusing. At the end of the day, I just trust that the Chiefs coaching staff knows best, right? They see Elijah Mitchell and all these guys at practice, and if you use CEH, I think it's on 3rd down, or for whatever reason, they trust him in case of injury over Elijah Mitchell, which is kind of wild to me. Not because of any negative thing really about CEH, but you signed Elijah Mitchell in the offseason. He's making the most money in the running back room, and he's been a healthy scratch all season, and I thought if injuries hit the room, he would be the next man up, but he's not. So, very odd, man. No, I got you. I got the typo, Power Up, but thanks for fixing it with another 2-bomb. Appreciate it, brother. FLDB, how you feeling about this game? Your camera's on the struggle
feeling
bus,
good.
but it's, I think it's your internet. You sound clear, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can try restarting this as well, but I'm feeling... I missed the first drive, obviously, but this drive is going much better, and our defense held up on the 4th down once again. Something they really have been doing lately. So
6 plays, 49 yards. They're at the 3. So you went three plays, 3 yards on the opening drive. So let's get in the end zone here. You should become the secret Chiefs to taste home game tailgate. I've seen them doing that, but I don't know. I feel like they're using real celebrities. They use Tech 9. But hey, I'm down. I'm always down. Thank you for the kind words and the 5 bomb. Les one. All right, we back from commercial break. Whoa, Mahomes is wide left. It's Wildcat to Rice, and he's going to take it in untouched right side. Touchdown! Man, what the heck? Rice was in Wildcat. Kareem Hunt was to his right. Brashard Smith was to his left. Mahomes was lined up out wide as a receiver. Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do there if you're the Bills. So much eye candy. Rice is your yak monster. Great vision. Kareem Hunt became the lead blocker on the outside. Rice cut in. Pending the extra point here by Harrison Butker, which is right down the middle. It is now 7-7. Tough opening drive for the Kansas City Chiefs offense. They bounce back on this one. Yeah, bounced back. Let's go, man. 7-7. It's going to be a close game. The Bills are a great team, but the Chiefs got to take advantage of every time that offense is on the field trying, I mean, to the best of their ability to get points on the board. The Bills, they're just a good team, so they're going to try to take advantage of that every single time. It's not like you're not playing the Raiders here, right? We're not playing some of these teams the Chiefs have played in recent weeks. You're not playing the Commanders with Mariota. Now the Lions, you handed them a pretty clear L. Looking to try to do that today too. I don't really care how you do it. Would prefer not a 1-score game, but we'll see what happens. Why aren't you clapping? Oh shoot, I forgot. I feel like I'm more calm early. I'm more reserved early because they scored the touchdown to tie it. So I was a bit more relaxed, knowing that there's still a lot of game left and it's just tied. But I got you. My apologies. Yeah, I got the stairs. We got him. We got him. Let's see what happens on this next drive. In a perfect world, man, Chiefs defense just does something. We need a turnover. You need some sort of magic in a positive way. Yep, James Cook is running on the defense. Yeah, let me look at James Cook's stat line. James Cook has 7 carries for 42 yards. He's averaging 6 yards a pop. Whew. Crazy. Dalton Kincaid is their leading receiver, 2 for 28. Khalil Shakir, 3 for 14. Running back Ty Johnson, 2 for 12. The Chiefs receiving game, you have 2 receptions. Worthy for 7, Rice for 19. And then there's 6 runs. Kareem Hunt is 3 for 14 yards, so almost 5 yards a pop right now. Rice has 2 carries for 6 yards and a touchdown. So I guess RB3 on the roster is Rashee Rice. Go figure. Who would have guessed? All right, dog, the backward god. Easy. All right, the kick is up. It's received. Inside the 5, return to the 30-ish yard line. It's a really weird angle. Can't tell the spot. Love to hear the run game is carrying for both teams, really. But yeah, the Chiefs have, I mean, you've had one drive that went 50 yards for a touchdown because of the turnover on downs. Short field opportunity, you took advantage of it, made the Bills pay there. All right, Buffalo's turn on offense. Allen under center at the 30. Hands it off to Cook. Bolton said no. Gain of maybe 1, 2 possibly with a generous spot, 2nd and 9. Stair slap, love it, said Kelly with the 5. We can't do the old school trash can or the Tony lamp these days. Stair slap, it rocks. Yeah, the Tony lamp's retired. The trash can, that's retired. So that's what we got is the stair slap, and we've got the Mandalorian helmet from FLDB. Great tackle by Bolton on that first down. Sets up a 2nd and 9 for Buffalo. Allen in the gun. Shakir in motion. Steps back, quick pass, caught. Gain of maybe 6. Keon Coleman hauls that one in. 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. It's actually a big 3rd down here because... Wait. Are they talking about Cook? James Cook got his ankle wrapped. Something to keep an eye on. He's still playing, but he got his ankle wrapped. 3rd and 4, Allen in the gun. Steps back to throw. He's going to take off, and he's going to get sacked for a loss of 1 on 3rd down. The defense holds strong. Let's freaking go. I think Gelati's going to get a credit for that sack there. Chris Jones with a lot of pressure forces Allen up and out of the pocket, but you had a spy, but didn't need him. Gelati was there. Karlaftis was there. What a stop by the Chiefs defense on 3rd and 4. So the Bills are going to have to punt for the first time today, but there was turnover on downs on their last drive. All right, the punt is up. Caught at the 15 by Nico. Tries to go one direction, doesn't like it. Shoots up to the 20. All right. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs offense at about the 20-yard line. Here we go. Tommy with the 5 said, let's go Chiefs. Heck yeah, bro. King of Death with the 5. Thank you, guys. I knew the Chargers would win. Yeah, against the Titans. But could someone freaking beat Denver? Also, I bet a lot on Bills win to curse them. Wait, late flag. Face mask on the kicking team. It's number 26, Ty Johnson, and that's going to give the Chiefs, what, 10 more yards? They said 10, but is the face mask not 15? I'm confused. 15?
Yeah.
It's 15, right? Why did I hear 10?
I don't know. Maybe it's a Carl Sheffers thing. I don't know.
I thought he said 10 yards.
I don't know. It's 15, so it's 35-yard line that I am aware of.
Let's go, dude. Let's go, man. So the King of Death said he put $500 on the Bills to curse them. Oh my God, dude. I hope it works. Yeah, man. The Broncos, they're kind of just a team that keeps finding ways to win. They beat the Jets like 13-11 a few weeks back. Like just some really weird games that they've pulled out W's in. And they scored 33 against the Giants in 1 quarter to win that one. You beat the Texans by 3, and that was with, was it Davis Mills in for most of the game there? The Broncos just keep finding ways to win, so you can't really say too much. I know that we like to try to talk trash to the Broncos in that team, but when they keep winning, like Bo Nix is kind of inconsistent sometimes, but then he'll come alive randomly. So, like, you got a really good defense over there. Denver's playing really good football right now. I mean, they're not blowing out teams. It's weird, but they're finding ways to win. Nashi with the 2-bomb can confirm P for the D works. Go Chiefs. All right, bet that. Say old Grossi Grassy thing over there. Chaos with the 5. Of course they are. LOL. The Broncos are finally a decent team playing at a third place schedule. Of course they're winning. That's what I'm saying. They're not blowing teams out, but you're finding ways to win. We'll see how the second half of the season plays out, but there are games that the Broncos were in that they shouldn't have won, and other teams blew it. So some of it's the other team. Some of it's just props to the Broncos for getting it done. Thank you for the 5 Chaos. James with the 2 bomb. I love my Broncos. Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. But get out of here. Go celebrate your W. All right, back from commercial break. 1st and 10 at the 36. Mahomes in the pistol, Worthy in motion, pre-snap. It's a fake handoff, and Mahomes slips. He's going to get sacked. Loss of 6. Mahomes tried to step up into the pocket and slipped. Benford was blitzing on that play off the defense's right side. Mahomes, it was actually a perfectly timed blitz because that was a play action and Mahomes was rolling left. Tried to step up in the pocket, kind of like, not like harshly, but hyperextended his knee a little bit, trying to step up. His knee just went. Loss of 6, not ideal. Let's see what happens. So you've got him in the gun at the 30. Worthy in motion to the right. Mahomes fires middle of the field, falling down, caught by Rice for way more than 16. 21? Dude, Rice is a menace, man. First down, Chiefs. Middle of the field is wide open. Rice just ran straight up the seam and turned around seeing the opening, and Mahomes knew it too. I don't know if that was the route or they just saw the coverage and that's what it was. But I hope you hit the higher on Rice's 49.5 receiving yards because he's already at 43. Off the field on the sideline right now, but the Chiefs are across midfield under center. They hand it off to Kareem Hunt, and he's going to get 10, almost 15 yards fighting through contact down just shy of the 30. Ooh. Chiefs are moving. I mean, you set up a little sketchy first down that led to a sack and a 2nd and 16, and they are moving. James of the 2 said, we blew out the Cowgirls. Yeah, that was a good win. I was just reading a comment, James, that was saying you guys had a lot of tough competition, but you found ways to win. So wins are wins, brother. It's going to be a handoff on first down to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, loss of 3. Okay, well, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is number 26. If you're like, who's 26? Oh, that's CEH. Jawan Taylor kind of missed his block, to be honest with you, is what happened. Was that Bosa? Yeah, Bosa swim moves inside. Taylor wasn't ready for it, blew that play up. I don't even think you can really blame Clyde there, but is what it is. 2nd and 12. Mahomes in the pistol, steps back to throw. Surveys, has time, fires down the field. Incomplete. 3rd and 12. Noah Gray was the target, but it was over his head. Noah Gray got kind of hit low at the end there. It wasn't like intentional, but he kind of hit the ground pretty hard at the end there. Bosa hit Mahomes as he threw, so Bosa's already making his presence known. We're familiar with Joey Bosa over the years that he was in the AFC West, and now the Chiefs are in a real tough spot. 3rd and 12. At the 35. Mahomes in the gun, steps back to throw. Quick pass, caught by Worthy. And I think they're going to rule it a catch. It was a contested grab right side. You are well short of the first down, though. 5 yards shy. I think at that point, yeah, you're just giving a little cushion there for Harrison Butker. You tagged me to show bet proof? You lunatic. All right, so the Chiefs offense does get stopped, and Harrison Butker from the right hash is going to attempt a 46-yarder. And the play gets blown dead. What happened? The Bills call a timeout. That's interesting. What was that? Okay. Well. Quick commercial break for that. Benjamin with the 2-bomb. Brandon Perna's curse wheel is powering the Broncos. Dude, it's doing a good job, that's for sure. King of Death with the 2. Just tag you on next to show the bet proof. Dude, that's insane. 500. All right, dude. Pete Sweeney of KC Star noted that CEH just rushed for the first time as a Chief since January of 2024. That was either like a week 17 game or week 18, whatever it is with the bye week total. 4th and 5. Harrison Butker's kick, by the way, is perfection. Right down the middle. 10-7. Chiefs up 3. Scoring 10 straight. Yeah, great job for Butker. I was just saying this the other day, guys. I was critical on Butker at the beginning of the season just because he's missing a field goal and or an extra point in the first 4 or 5 games. And if he wasn't missing, he had a kickoff that went out of bounds near the end of the Jags game. But since missing the extra point on the opening touchdown, or the first touchdown they scored against the Detroit Lions, I believe, Harrison Butker has gone perfect. I don't remember what it is, but he was like 11 for 11 or 12 for 12. That's extra points and field goals. Now, the thing about it is the Chiefs are not kicking many field goals lately because they are driving down the field and scoring touchdowns. But want to give some props to Butker, man. He seems to have been shaking off whatever the issues, the yips that he was going through at the beginning of the season. So if I'm going to be critical of a player, I want to give them props when they're playing well. That's the same with Jawan Taylor. Really critical of all the penalties he had early on this season, but he hasn't really been flagged, if much at all. Maybe one penalty over the last 4 games on Jawan Taylor, and that's when he's not doing that. He's a great right tackle. So want to give him props there, and you couldn't even have benched him if you wanted because Josh Simmons has been away from the team and Jalen Moore has been on the left side. So want to give props to those guys for sure. Sean with the 10-bomb. Let's go, man. CEH is back, baby. Yeah, blast from the past. We have CEH and Mike Pennell out there. Which is pretty crazy. Chris Wright with the 34 months. Let's freaking go tier. Thank you so much, brother. McDonald's McDermott trying to ice 7 for later. We getting loose, fam. Feeling some TDs loading. Hope so. I had the higher on Mahomes' 1.5 passing touchdowns, but Rice ran that in himself. Don't really care how they score. Just want him to do so. Yep, that's the Butker we are used to. Exactly, Kay. When he's not doing that, yeah, when he's not getting flagged out the Jawan Taylor is a pretty good right tackle. I've been saying that for a long time. He's like one of the top right tackles in the NFL right now, to be honest with you. If you look at some of the advanced metrics, what the heck, dude? Sean made me stutter because he dropped 10 gifted right in the middle of that sentence. Let's go, man. Sheesh. Sean going crazy. We're back from commercial break. Butker booms this up. It's caught at the 3. And it's going to be returned up to about the 31. Some late pushing and shoving going on there. No flags. That was weird. Jack Cochran was involved, of course, but there was no flag. So, FLDB, how are we feeling about this game? Your camera bounced back, brother. I don't know what happened, but we're back.
Yeah, I don't know. I restarted the browser and it seemed to fix it. So,
how you feeling about the game so far?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, we got stopped it on that drive, but let's get back to it. Well,
yes, sir. 10 unanswered. Allen and company at the 30. Under center offset I formation. They are going to play action, and Allen has some time, and he's going to run. Pitches it. Wow. Shovel pass to Hawes all the way to the 50. Okay. Well, that was pretty good. I thought Allen was scrambling all the way. He sprints up like he's going to, and just before the line of scrimmage, just pitches it, shovels it over the head of, I believe, Nick Bolton. Excellent recognition there by Allen to find his tight end. That was what? First down and more. They're all the way up to the 47. 18 yards or whatever. It's a bootleg rollout. Shavers is going to get 6, maybe 7. All right, Bill's moving a little bit here. Tyrell Shavers on a bootleg. Gets the check down there from Allen. McDuffie with the tackle. Aminahue with the finish. 2nd and 3. 6, maybe 7. Did I say that? 6, 7? Oh, no. I did not do that on purpose. No. Under center. And Cook with an amazing juke. Oh, my God. Another juke. He only gets about 8 yards, but it was 2nd and 3. Flag on the play, though, late. Let's see what the call is. Holding on Dawson Knox. That's a 10-yard penalty. Negates a really impressive first down run there by Cook. And that's what Steve Spagnuolo this week was saying. He was saying about Cook, he's so good at making you miss and getting to the outside. Like, it just looks like it's an inside run, and he completely flips a switch, bouncing outside, and he's got the speed to beat you. Knox said there's no way. I didn't see the replay enough to see the hold. But it negates a first down, and the Bills are backed up 10. It's 2nd and 13. Allen in the gun. Might be changing the play. 2 seconds on the play clock. And he's going to look. Caught, middle of the field, wide open. 30, 20, 15. Pushed out of bounds inside the 10. Dalton Kincaid absolutely feasting. Looked like completely broken coverage. Josh Allen made him pay. He had time in the pocket. The Chiefs only rush 3 and have a spy. But Josh Allen fires a freaking laser to Kincaid. And there was nobody around him. Not even close. They're at the 8. Allen under center. Curtis Samuel in motion. They're going to hand it off. Ty Johnson gets to about the 3. Good God, dude. That was 47 yards to Dalton Kincaid. I think Drew Tranquil was in coverage. And that is the second time Drew Tranquil has kind of been torched. It's a tough mismatch there because Kincaid's a really good receiving tight end. Under center, handoff, touchdown, Bills. It's 13-10. Just like that, 4 plays, 64 yards, touchdown. Yeah, I think that was Tranquil once again on coverage on Kincaid. Holy smokes, dude. 5 plays, 70 yards in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That was Johnson with the touchdown run, untouched. Easy. Just like that, the Bills are up 3 right now. This extra point is good, up 4. Yeah, they've got to figure out the Kincaid situation because he's good. But he was one I said you need to watch in the middle of the field. That is a mismatch just based on personnel for the Chiefs and how heavy Buffalo likes to operate with their offense. Yeah, and it's just also worth noting. I feel like Josh Allen had a lot of time on that play. I mean, he steps back to throw. The Chiefs only rush 4 and they have a spy. So I don't think you're trying to get to Allen. Not really on that play. Not if you're rushing 3 with a spy. AJ Weatherman with the membership upgrade. Thank you so much, bro, to the Let's Freaking Go tier. Toma with the 2-bomb. Bro, we got 0 pass rush. Ridiculous. Yeah, that was a note. I mean, they rushed 3 and had a spy. I think Bolton was the spy, but so I don't know what you're trying to do there. From a pass rush standpoint, you're trying to make sure Josh Allen doesn't burn you with his legs. But again, Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Give him a clean pocket. He's going to zip it. Jennifer with the 5 gifted. Thank you. Okay. Jacob with the 2-bomb. We still need D-line help. Yeah, and I agree. I think that's why if you're going to make a move at the trade deadline, I would think it's D-line over running back. Man. I would think it's D-line over running back, but it takes two to tango. There's a lot of teams that need D-line help. The Chargers really need running back help. I think they put their third running back on IR yesterday. So there could be teams like Chiefs could be interested, but they could get outbid by some of these other teams. So just like that, 5 plays, 70 yards for the Bills after 2 drives of not much. 6 plays, 23 yards, turnover on downs. 3 plays, 5 yards, punt. Found some life. The Chiefs have found some life on back-to-back drives. 7 plays, 52 yards, touchdown. 7 plays, 36 yards, field goal. But just like that, Chiefs trailing by 4 with 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And the Chiefs do start with the ball second half. I feel like these commercial breaks are so long. I don't know if it's because it's the midday slot or what. Michael with the membership, thank you so much. All right. Kick is up, back from commercial break, caught at the 7 by Tyquan Thornton, and he's trying to switch fields, and he's fast. He's at the 40, all the way up to the 41. He started right, crossed over to the left. That was close. I thought
no flags either.
No flags on Jack Cochran. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? That was a great return. Sets the Chiefs up in nice territory here. Mahomes in the gun. Worthy was back there with them, but just motioned out wide. It's going to be a handoff to Kareem up the middle. He's going to bounce off a 1 tackle and barrel his way forward for about 7 or 8. 2nd and 3. Michael, thank you for the membership, brother. Let's go. Somebody said Bowers is back. Yeah, he had a crazy one-handed touchdown in the end zone just now. Jeez. Quiet game for Kelsey? So far, yes. It's been pretty much Rice through the air, and then they've been running. 2nd and 3, Mahomes in the gun. Rice motions behind. It's a quick pass to Rice. He's going to make one guy miss. He's got the first down and a little bit more. Running out of bounds. Tobias with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. That was a 7-yard catch and run for Rashee Rice. Moving the chains. 5.5 minutes to go in the half. Both teams have, well, the Chiefs have 3 timeouts. The Bills have 2. They took a timeout on one of the field goals, I think. The field goal attempt for Harrison Butker. At the 46, Mahomes motions Worthy out wide again from the gun. You've got 3 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap, steps back. He's going to get flush from the pocket. Right side, running, trying to find something, throws it away. 2nd and 10. I need to see who got beat there, if it was Taylor or Trey Smith. But it looked like it was from the middle of the field. Russo kind of pushed Mahomes. I feel like Mahomes kind of sold that one. Mahomes kind of sold that one out of bounds a little bit. He got shoved out of bounds, no flag, but I don't know. I think he was putting his acting skills on a little bit on that one. All right, at the 46, 2nd and 10, Mahomes in the gun. I think CEH is next to him. And they're going to hand it off to CEH, and he's going to get 6 yards. Dude, I always know it's CEH because it looks like he hands it off to like a 14-year-old kid, dude. He's so small. How tall is CEH? 5'9"? I think he's 5'9". 5'7". 3rd and 3. 5'7". Yeah. Oh, that's how tall you are?
Yeah, so
okay.
Me and him, we're the same.
All right. Well, dude, I'm sorry to make fun of his height then. I feel bad. 3rd and 3. Crowd getting loud. You got Mahomes in the gun identifying something at the line. Worthy in motion to the right. Mahomes, quick throw to Worthy, and it was almost picked off. There's a flag on the play. Cole Bishop with the pass breakup. Well, that was scary. That could have almost been a pick six. See what the flag is. Well, the ref stopped to talk, and then illegal formation on Jawan Taylor. Penalties declined. 4th down. All right, well, we just talked about Jawan Taylor not getting flagged, and he gets flagged for illegal formation on that play. That one grinds my gears more than anything, just because all you got to do is get your head closer to the line of scrimmage, bro. All right, 4th and 3. The Chiefs are going to go for it, or they're showing that they're going to go for it. They've been elite on 4th down so far this year. Mahomes in the gun, 3 to the right. Bills showing a lot of pressure. And somebody's calling a timeout. The Bills. Sean McDermott did not like what he saw. Calls a timeout to regroup. Jawan Taylor with the flag. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion by the Bills defense on that play, and McDermott saw it, ran, called a timeout. 9 weeks in a row, let's go, said Agla. What is 9 weeks in a row? 9 week in a row 5-bomb? 9 week in a row touchdown? What are we talking about? Tobias, thanks again for the 5 gifted. All right, here we go. 4th and 3. Mahomes in the gun. 3 options to his right. Kelsey's in the middle. Rice in the slot. All right. Steps back to throw. Quick pass. Broken up. Incomplete. He was trying to target Rice. Cole Bishop on him in coverage. Clean. PBU. Turnover on downs. You almost feel like, I mean, it's 4th and 3. That's a tough one, but you're at the 40. I mean, you know he's going to Rice. That was a perfect pass breakup by Cole Bishop. You know you're going to Rice there. So that's a tough one. I think it's just like the Bills having a turnover on downs on that drive. I think they were in similar-ish territory, maybe a little bit further back. You got to go for it there.
Yeah.
You're sure. Kind of glad. I think Cole Bishop made back-to-back plays. We're kind of glad that wasn't a pick six on the 3rd down when he tried to target Worthy.
Yeah, that wasn't a great pass. That was just a floater. But
I think it deflected off of I think, off of a helmet, which affected how quickly he was able to get the ball over there and why it was almost picked off. But still. So the Bills are going to get the ball here, and they've got time. I mean, you got a lot of time. So we'll see what happens. Chiefs fan with the 2-bomb. A new NFL record, Cam Little. I don't know. Cam Little, NFL record. What's the record? Cam Little just broke the NFL record for longest field goal, booting a 68-yarder. That breaks the previous mark of 66 by Justin Tucker. Holy smokes. What a bomb. 68 yards? It was a kick before half. Holy smokes. Agla with the 10-bomb said, been tuning in for 9 weeks on stream. Heck yeah, bro. Thank you so much. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Chiefs fan letting us know that we have a new field goal record, 68 yards. And then Will with the 20-bomb. Thanks for keeping me current with my Chiefs. My area is always on a blackout. Heck yeah, Will. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for the 20-bomb. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We have 6,000 people in chat right now, so it means a lot. Mo said Kelsey was so open on that 4th down play. Unfortunate. I feel like Rice, you're going to Rice. Kelsey's obviously a great option too, but it's 4th and 3. Mahomes is trying to go quick. It didn't work. Cole Bishop, he had 2 great plays there. So Cole Bishop's playing well, and just players sometimes make plays, man. Mike Gerber with the 5 gifted. Holy smokes. After the 20-bomb from Will. Thank you, guys. All right, Bills ball. Here we go. Respect to Cole Bishop, especially for his name. As a fellow Cole, I respect the name. But I don't want him to make any more plays. All right, under center, offset I formation. James Cook is going to penetrate, make one man miss. He's all the way down to the 45 across midfield. Just like that, it was a 16-yard run. James Cook is a menace. Man, offset I formation, their fullback made a clutch block. Cook made Cook miss. We had some Cook-on-Cook violence there at the second level. Dude, Cook is so crafty with his jukes and how he's able to just switch directions, stop on a dime. He's dealing with a bit of a tweaked ankle, but he doesn't seem to be bothered. Under center again. Buffalo looking to try to get further ahead in this game with another run by Cook for maybe 3 yards. I mean, if you're Buffalo, what you want to do here is just slow drain, slow play the clock, get points up on the board again before half. 7 ideally. You would go up 21-10, but obviously a field goal would give you 7. If you're the Chiefs defense, you do not want them to score a touchdown on this drive because up 11 at halftime, even if the Chiefs start with the ball in the third quarter, like you just not ideal. 2nd and 7. Allen in the gun changing the play. Shakir in motion. Goes back to his original side left. Fake the handoff. It's a quick pass to Shakir, and he's going to fight forward for about 4-ish yards, 3rd and 3. Somebody said, why not punt? Oh, you could have punted there, but you're at the Bills' 40-yard line. That was a go for it. I mean, it's kind of long, 4th and 3. The Chiefs are really good at 4th and 2 or less. But yeah, they decided to stay aggressive like they have all season, kind of because of who's at quarterback and that offense on the other side of the ball. Somebody said clock expired, no red flag. It could hit 0. I didn't catch it, but it could hit 0. You could still snap it on 0. 2-minute warning. The Bills are taking this all the way down. Yeah, the Bills are in no hurry. I mean, where are you? They're at the 37-yard line with 2 minutes left and a timeout. You're not in any hurry if you're the Buffalo Bills. Why do they always play at Buffalo? I don't really know how that's actually decided. I mean, the last 2 years for sure have been at Buffalo, but I can't recall the year prior to that. Not sure. There's reasons for everything. I just don't know off the top of my head why. Tough game as we've all imagined so far. Somebody said Xavier Worthy had some space on that 4th down. Somebody else said Travis Kelce was wide open. But I mean, Mahomes is going to try to force that to Rice. I don't know that was the right call, but 4th and 3, it was probably you have to decide quickly where you're going to go, and he decided Rice, but the result of that is an unfortunate turnover on downs, and the Bills have gone 3 plays, 24 yards, taking this game down to the 2-minute warning. Thought we were supposed to be better with Pennell. Yeah, I don't know how many snaps he's actually playing out there, but the Bills are the number one rushing offense in the NFL for a reason, and part of that is just James Cook is a freak of nature, so I've already seen multiple plays today. It's Cook and his effort and what he does past the initial line of scrimmage, fighting for more yards after the contact, making guys miss. So some of that's just James Cook being that good. Give the ball to Travis, said Chaos with the 2. Yeah, whoever's open, give it to him. I mean, outside of that, Rice has been having a pretty good day. 3 for 50 yards is what Rice has got in the air. Yeah, Rice has 3 of the 4 passes. Yep. Feed Kelce and Worthy. Yep. We'll see. You need to stop on defense right now. That's what you need first and foremost. Craig said, this looks like the typical regular season loss to the Bills as long as they beat the Bills in January. Yeah, you just would rather get a win here. It's still a lot of game left, but it puts a lot of pressure on your team if the Bills get a touchdown on this drive heading into the half. And you want to hope that the defense gets a stop here. Back from commercial break, kill. Allen was under center. He's now in the shotgun. 3rd and 2. Takes the snap. It's a quick pass to Shakir, and he's going to get 3. First down. Fought through a big hit, by the way, to get that. Jennifer with the 1587 for more luck. Thank you so much, Jennifer. 1st and 10 for the Bills. Chiefs took their first timeout, by the way. 1 minute and 45 seconds to go. I always like looking at chat melting down. They're saying it's embarrassing. The Bills are a good team, guys. Relax. They are definitely taking their time at the end of this half, that's for sure. I mean, it's a timeout, so you get a little obligatory break. All right. Bills up 4, wanting more. Chiefs defense, I mean, we need something. I don't know if it's force a turnover. You need to do something here. Let's see. At the 33, Allen. Under center, offset I formation. Kill, changing it. All right, it's going to play action and pass downfield wide open. Bills are at the 5. Dawson Knox. Play action. Chiefs bit. Secondary caught sleeping, and Knox was wide open. He faked that he was blocking. Ran past Jalen Watson, and Brian Cook's eyes left him. Brian Cook's the safety valve, and he's playing for the run too. This is where the team gets you, and this is where the Chiefs defense has struggled all year. Play action. They are awful at it, to be honest with you. And that's just something they've struggled with. And Josh Allen changed to that. He changed the play action. Gotta go. They're at the 3. Allen under center, hands it off to Cook, and touchdown, I think. Second effort. The refs are going to mark him short. Mike Pennell is celebrating. I don't know what we're celebrating here. Well, Mike Pennell made the tackle, and the Chiefs are going to take a timeout. Cook, wrapped up by Mike Pennell, tries to fight forward. But yeah, if his knee touched there, he's clearly down. I don't know. Is he down? If his knee never touched there, that's a touchdown. I'm assuming they're going to review this. So you're under 2 minutes. I need the replay. Cook. I can't tell from the angle. It looked like his knee touched. They're looking at it over and over on replay, but I don't think there's been any change from up above. Again, the Chiefs called a timeout. AJ Weatherman, thank you. All right, 2nd and goal at the 1. Allen under center. Tush push, shoved in. I think he crossed the plane. It's blown dead. They're going to say he stopped just shy. I mean, this actually might be beneficial for Buffalo because Chiefs are having to burn all their timeouts here. Allen with the tush push. Man, I don't know. Leo Chanel was there to make the stop. Here's the replay that we need. Pylon cam. Allen shoved forward by his fullback. It is so close, dude. Okay, one more replay. He's getting shoved forward. I think he's in. The crowd's cheering like he scored. Did they give it to him? They're celebrating like they did. Okay, I think they're giving it to him. So just what you didn't want to happen happened. The Bills, rather, they're up 20-10. It was a very close one. That angle shows it. He's over. They finally showed the angle that was more conclusive. Yeah, that was for sure a touchdown. So it's 20-10. And here's what's tough about that is the Chiefs burned 2 timeouts there. Extra point is up. Good. So 11-point game. Chiefs offense would be great if they could get some points here, even 3. Make it an 8-point game. But yeah, the pressure is definitely on the Chiefs. And it's definitely, I mean, I would say it's on the defense a little bit too. But the offense has got to do a little bit more here. Regardless, the defense is getting worked over. 11 plays, 84 yards, touchdown. Then you had a couple good drives for the defense. Turnover on downs, punt. But then the last 2 drives for the Bills, 5 plays, 70 yards, touchdown. The Chiefs offense didn't do them any favors because they went 6 plays, 21 yards, turnover on downs. But then off the turnover on downs, 7 plays, 60 yards, touchdown for the Bills. So the offense has got to get moving a little bit, but then the defense has got to find a groove here. You're getting, I mean, they got burned on a really well-executed play-action pass, but that's been a weakness of the Chiefs' defense for quite a while. They are not good against play-action. And you could see it. Jalen Watson, he bit on it a little bit, but I think Brian Cook sold. Like he was eyeing James Cook the whole way, and he's your safety valve on that side of the field. Scott with the 5 bomb said, "Daddy daughter watching from the deer blind." Ooh, let's go. What's up, guys? Hopefully the Chiefs can get some more points for you. AJ, thanks again for the 23 months with the hands hiding face emoji. Yeah, man, Bills are playing really good football right now. Playing some really good football right now. See if we got anything. In one half, the Bills have scored more points, 21, than the Chiefs have allowed in any game in almost a month. Well, that's a tweet. Bills tight ends have combined for 123 receiving yards this half. You had Kincaid had an explosive play for 23 and a touchdown? I don't remember that. Oh, yeah. Drew Tranquil fell down. Then Kincaid had another explosive play for 47, and Knox had one for 30. It was a big thing where I said, hey, you need to sell out to stop the run, yes, but then you have to take care of the tight ends, and that is a big mismatch right now for the Chiefs' defense. They don't really have answers to what the Bills are doing. Now, the offense needs to put up more points, but 21 points already? It's only halftime. It's only halftime. Bonds with the 699 in the house. What up, dude? It's been almost a year, but your favorite Bills fan is back to Super Chat again. Go Chiefs. Go Bills. God bless Cole. Hey, man, thank you so much, brother. Yeah, heck yeah, I remember you used to go. You were going crazy on the streams. Never expect it, but appreciate you being here. That was not a touchdown by Allen. The last angle looked like he got in. I'm fine with it. Sean with the 10 bomb. I bet 50. Spags fixes the defense at half. I hope so. And the offense has got to put up some points, man. Thank you for the 10 bomb. All right, kickoff. Returnable. And Remigio's going to get up to about the 33. So the Chiefs got time here, but you need points. You got a minute and a half to go in the half and 1 timeout. Sean Peterson with the 50 gifted. What? Oh my gosh. 50 gifted. This man is going insane. Sean going nuclear. Hopefully the Chiefs offense returns that in full. Goes nuclear on this drive. Mahomes in the gun, 3 out wide to his right. He's changing the play. Motions Rice, but brings him back. He's in the slot right side. It's going to be a quick pass left side to Kareem Hunt. Hauls it in. He should have ran out of bounds there, but he did not. So it's a gain of about 6, and you're going to go hurry up. Kind of wish you could go out of bounds there. All right, Mahomes once again in the gun, steps back to throw. There's pressure. He steps up into the pocket, rolls right. Kelsey wide open, middle of the field. Tackled at the 41. I bet the Chiefs timeout here, right? No. You don't. Okay. They're still in hurry up. You're at the 41-yard line. Mahomes in the gun, steps back to throw. Pressure. Deep drop. Nukes it. Caught! Oh, shoot! Oh! Hollywood Brown at the 1. First and goal, the Chiefs have marched all the way down the field. 3 plays, 66 yards. You're going to hurry up and clock it. Mahomes wants to save this timeout. They're all the way up at the line. And the play gets blown dead. Timeout, Buffalo? Holy smokes, a bomb to Hollywood Brown with the catch. Nah, it's not a touchdown. That was a great spot. Bro, the Chiefs just went 66 yards in a minute. It was basically like 30 seconds they had to run up there. What the heck? They're at the 1. Oh, dude. What is happening? How did you do? Hey, I said the offense needs to go nuclear here. Now you need to finish this. You can run. You've got a timeout. This gives you some flexibility with a timeout. Do you play action and try something on first and goal and then run on second and goal? They're going to hand it off to Kareem, and he's going to be stopped. So Mahomes is calling a timeout. God, I hate that call. No gain. Timeout, second and goal. This makes it more difficult here because don't know that you really want to run again. I mean, you can, but you're going to have to clock it. God, I wish they would have play actioned on that first and goal here. Kelsey kind of got bullied off his block. That play was going nowhere. It was not great. Yeah, Kelsey got bullied off his block, and you had 4 guys tackling Kareem Hunt. I don't like that call at all. All right, second and goal with 15 seconds. Bills, we have Allen. Chiefs, we have McDermott. Hey, we need a touchdown right here. Mahomes in the gun. Worthy goes in motion from the left to the right. Do they give it to him on a jet sweep? They're going to bring it back. Nope. It's corn dog. Mahomes is looking, scrambles, throws it away. Third and goal, 9 seconds left. Boy. Yeah, you're in a predicament here because you can't run it now. I mean, you can, but this is the last play. You don't have time for a fire drill. Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt was open on the left side, but defender did get to him. Mahomes wasn't looking that way. Here we go, third and goal. Bro, you need a touchdown. Mahomes in the gun, 3 options to his left, identifying pressure at the line. Rice, bottom of the screen. Steps back to throw. Slings it. A lot of contact. No flag. Kelsey is slow to get up, 4th and goal. What are you doing here if you're the Chiefs, man? You got to kick a field goal at the 1. Kelsey took a shot and was slow to get up. Oh, he got he took a shot to the ribs, bro. It was thrown behind him. Yeah, it was thrown behind Kelsey, and he didn't see Cole Bishop blow him up, and Kelsey was slow to get up, dude. He took a shot to the ribs. Frick, man. That's not good. 4th and goal. The field goal's good. But, I mean, that's trash, bro. I love the fact that you got to the 1, but you got to the 1. I mean, it's an 8-point game, so it's still 1 score. Are they serious with that goal line series? That was awful, dude. I mean, it was like impressive that you got to the 1. But what are you doing? FLDB, your camera is on the struggle bus, but we'll be able to hear you. I hated the run on 1st and goal.
Yeah, I think you should have done 3 straight passing plays. I mean,
I don't mind a run because you have a timeout. I just didn't love it on 1st and goal.
Yes. Right. No, I mean, because they're expecting run on 1st and goal. And then after that, not getting that, I know a lot of people are saying QB sneak, but I mean, if you do a QB sneak, even if we had one and didn't get it, you would run to the end of the half. You wouldn't have time to get back to the ball and spike it because there's a pile up. So you have to pass the rest of the drive, and
Yeah, after you call
Kelsey
that
was
timeout,
open in the middle. Yeah.
your hand's getting forced. And what that does is the Bills defense know. They're like, oh, well, you don't got timeouts, you're throwing. So you can play for the throw. You kind of went for some deception on the 1st and goal, handing it off to Kareem. I think you had you had a lot of the receivers out there, but Kelsey gets bullied off his block. That play was just not set up to succeed anyway. That's why, again, hindsight's 2020. I'm not a coach. I'm just a fan. But I would have loved play action there on 1st and goal. If you don't get it, go heavy on 2nd and goal and run it down their throats. Get Wanye Morris out there. Put Rice in the backfield. Have extra guys. You tried to run with your only timeout like that. And it was just an epically bad decision. It was just a bad decision, man. Because once you burn that timeout, you're forced to throw at the 1, and they know it. So to some extent, you've got to give some credit here to the Bills defense. Kelsey's going to the training or the locker room, guys. And that's what's really unfortunate too. There's 3 seconds left, by the way, so they're going to kick it. But that's why this is also just a disastrous goal line thing here. Mahomes throws behind Kelsey on 3rd and goal. So Kelsey's kind of trying a little bit to reach back for it. The kick's out of the back of the end zone touchback. Kelsey's reaching back for it, exposes his ribs a little bit there and just takes an absolute shot. I think the Bills are probably going to kneel it out. Allen, knee, half. The Chiefs had a chance to have 17 points at the 1-yard line. Now, the Bills' defense is top 10 in the red zone, I believe, so I do want to give some credit there. It's just a frustrating series there, and now Travis Kelce's going to the locker room. So, hey, it's a close game. It's a hard-fought game. It's 8 points here. If you're the Chiefs, you got to score to open the 3rd quarter. You got to keep it close because the Bills' offense, they're just moving. They're moving right now, and we'll look at the stats, but I knew it was going to be a close game. Chiefs have a path to win, but it's going to be crucially important now. It's going to be crucially important now that the Chiefs get points on this opening drive to start the 3rd quarter here. Bonds with the 6.99 Canadian. Sean, you see how we held them, fans? How did we get down there to begin with? Sean, teamwork. 911 hijackers-esque teamwork. Crazy, dude. Jacob with the 5 said, that's why you don't run out of shotgun. Piss poor play calling at the goal line. Alexander with the 35 months. Genuinely think I can call better plays. God forbid we ever line up under center on any play and allow Hunt to get ahead of steam to truck someone. No, I agree. I agree, Jacob, with you and with Alexander. Yeah, baffling decision to me to not go heavy. Yeah, to not go heavy at the goal line with 1 timeout and run from under center. That's insane. If the Bills end up winning by a close score, we're going to look back to that series at the goal line. There's factors that go into it. Hats off to the Chiefs for going 3 plays, 60 yards, 66 yards, or whatever it was to get down there. But you're at the 1. So we're going to look back at that play for sure, depending on how this one plays out. And that series right before the half will definitely be one to remember. Bills coaching is smarter? I guess. I don't know. I think the Chiefs coaching staff was subpar on that last series. So I guess that makes the Bills coaching staff better, I guess. They're doing a great job offensively. The Bills are. That's not really in any area of concern. They put up 21 points on the Chiefs in a half. All right, let's look at this. So Josh Allen, 15 of 17 for 176 yards and a touchdown. James Cook, 11 for 64. That's almost 6 yards a pop for him. 2 rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen, QB sneak. Ty Johnson walked in untouched on one of those. But, dude, it's the story to me of the tight ends. Dawson Knox has 1 for 30. Dalton Kincaid, 3 for 75 and a touchdown on a broken play where Drew Tranquil tripped over Casper the Friendly Ghost. I mean, outside of there's the 3 tight ends, Jackson Hawes, Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid. I mean, I'm going to screenshot this because these stats are going to update, but I want the first half stats. But those are, outside of that, Khalil Shakiri's got 5 for 22 on the quick passing game, and then Ty Johnson has a couple out of the backfield. But now let's look at the Chiefs. Mahomes is 7 of 15, so sub 50% completion percentage for 123 yards. Kareem Hunt, 6 for 34 on the ground, 5.7 yards a pop. I mean, that's been fine when they're doing it. Rice has 3 for 50. Hollywood, 1 for 40. Kelsey, 1 for 20. And it sucks. Like, I hope Kelsey's okay, because on top of the goal line series just being a disaster, if Kelsey's hurt in any capacity, that's not great either. We'll see. He went early to the locker room to get looked at. Yeah, so we'll see. Another thing I want to look at is I want to look at team stats. Sometimes when I zoom in too much, it like won't let me. So I have to back out. Okay, there we go. All right, team stats. Let's look at what do we got going on here. Chiefs are 1 for 5 on third down. That's a big story for their offense. 0 for 1 on fourth. So 1 turnover on downs for both teams. The Bills are also 0 for 1. 3 for 5 on third, though, for Buffalo. I mean, a yard and a half more almost per play. Where else are we at? 2 for 2 in the red zone, and the Chiefs are 1 for 2. That's a big story that you're going to look back on, because instead of it being 17-21 with the Chiefs starting in the third quarter, it's 13-21. Like, credit for them. You had under, a minute and a half and a timeout to do what you did, but that was a really tough series to watch there at the end of the half. So I am frustrated with the coaching staff on that for sure. And then just props to Buffalo, man. They're getting it done. So I do want to critique the Chiefs, but also these guys on the other side of the football are getting paid to play. And this is why I tweeted this out, but I do want to talk about this for a second. Baffling decision to not go heavy at the goal line with 1 timeout and run from under center. The Buffalo Bills are 31st in the NFL at yards per rush allowed. They are 31st in the NFL with rushing yards allowed per game. You did not give your offense with Trey Smith, with Kingsley Suamataia, doing something else like bringing in Wanye Morris or having a fullback in there, or Kareem Hunt's the fullback, and you hand it off to somebody else. Like, you didn't even try to go heavy. I think I would be less frustrated if the result was the same, a field goal, but you did try to go heavy from under center and bully through a run at the 1 yard line. They did not do it. So that's probably the most frustrating thing to me right now, personally. Let's see what else you guys are thinking here. Hannah with the 2, the linebackers' inability to cover tight ends killing us. Yep. Yeah, no surprises there, sadly. Dalton Kincaid's a great tight end, so props to him. He's making some plays, but they're getting scorched. Casey with the 5. Mahomes missed Kelsey on that 2nd and goal. Dang. Is Brashard Smith hurt? How is CEH getting carries over him? Let's freaking go. Needs some defense in the second half. Yeah, I don't know. Brashard Smith isn't really the guy that's going to run between the tackles. They just don't trust him to do that. And they've never really tried it much with him at all this season. They do it every now and again to show like, hey, if Brashard Smith is out there, it's not going to be just a pitch to the outside. It's not just going to be a pitch to the outside, but look, he can run in between the tackles. That's not his strength. Not even close. Bonds with the 279. Patton, Shoddy, Allen. James Franco meme. first time. Yeah, dude. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Ricky Bobby with the 2. We need to target Worthy more, I feel. I mean, I don't know that I care who they target. Just move the ball down the field like you were doing and then finish the drive. I mean, we're basically one poor play call from being 17 to 21 at half. I have more concerns about the defense right now. A little bit. 21 first half for the Bills. Hey, I'm going to run to the restroom. FLDB, can you take over for a minute? Your camera is not great, but your audio will be fine. And I'll be right back. Just going to run to the restroom before the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, sorry guys. I don't know why my camera is doing this. I don't know if I'm having internet issues, but yeah. First half, yeah, like he said, the defense is a concern. We got to cover the tight ends. They're just killing us right now, and I don't know what else to do about that. So, how am I feeling? Good, feeling all right. Need the helmet luck. I've been putting it on from time to time. On the touchdown drive, I had it on. I'll definitely put it on after half. Get fiber. Well, I'm limited to the cable internet I have here. And it's usually okay. So I don't know why it's doing this. Maybe I'll restart the tab again and see if it'll fix that when Cole gets back. Yes. Helmet for the half. Again, I'll put it on after. Hard to see in it. CEH over Smith coaching. I mean, I think it's just situational football when it comes to having Clyde in over Smith. Clyde is in there more for pass protection. And he had one decent run so far. Have it on throughout the whole second half. I'll see what I can do. It's just difficult to see out of it. So it's blurry from the Buffalo tears. I mean, maybe. Usually you can restart your camera, restart your Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm hardwired in. I'm on my desktop, so. One terrible run, you mean? I mean, he had 7 yards. That one was not his fault. One of the stops was actually on Jawan Taylor missing his block. I mean, Joey Bosa made a good play, so. Mahomes need to lock in. I think that last drive, Mahomes was completely locked in, and he made the right plays at the right time to get. I mean, 3 plays, we got down to the 1 yard line. So clearly, we can get down the field very fast. So if it does come down to a 13-second game again, I mean, we have the offense now to do that. So who gets the ball set first, second half? That would be the Chiefs. We get the ball. We deferred to begin the game. We get the ball to start the second half.
Hey, I'm CEH. This is what CEH looks like when he sits. I'm just playing, dude. You're the same height, man, so I'm so sorry.
No,
but 5'7" for a football player when you're out on the field with like a bunch of guys that are like 6'5".
Yeah.
Like,
that is very short. For a football player, it's incredibly short.
Yeah. No, exactly. Exactly. All right, let me fix this too. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready for the second half. Good news, said Hannah with the 5. Casey has come out second half with adjustments. There's no better DC in the league with in-game adjustments than Spags. He'll put clamps on the tight ends. Yeah, I keep adjusting the volume on my in-ear monitors and like losing my vocals, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, if you're the offense and you can get a touchdown here and make it close, like that's really going to help. So there's a lot on the offense right now, but then, yeah, the defense needs to make adjustments also, for sure. I agree. I concur. Kelsey was wide open. Mahomes doesn't throw. And 3 guys on him. Mahomes throws it to him. It's football, man. You're flying around. You're trying to make your reads. You're not always going to be perfect. But, yeah, it's unfortunate for sure. I mean, we're sitting here watching, right? So it's one thing to watch and be like, he was open. That's another thing to be in the game trying. And Mahomes is playing not perfect by any means, but he's playing really well so far this season as a whole. So I'm not going to be ultra critical yet. I am frustrated by that last series. I mean, just crazy. Hopefully Kelsey's all right. I do want to check Twitter and see if we have any updates. The Chiefs have allowed the 5th fewest points in second halves this year. They'll need to turn around. Bills averaged 7.5 yards per play in that first half. Whew. Travis Kelce is out on the field warming up. So that's at least a good sign, FLDB. We're starting this second half, by the way, brother. Are you frozen?
I guess so. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you're frozen. I was like, are you just staring into my soul? Are you frozen? All right, the kick is up. Caught by Thornton inside the 5. Shoots up to the 30. That's a big drive here for the Chiefs offense. You need points. I feel like every drive for the Chiefs offense against a team as good as the Bills, man, it's an important drive. Most of Cook's runs have been from under center. Imagine that, Hannah. Yeah, they do a lot of under center. They're a run-first team. They do it really well. BC with the membership. Thank you, brother. Let's go. All right. Mahomes takes the field. Kelsey's out there. He's changing up the play. In the gun, 3 options to his right. Quick throw, caught by Kelsey for about 5. Yeah, they're going to talk about Kelsey now, I think. I'm going to listen. They looked at him in the locker room. Look good to go. All right. Well, Kelsey's back out there, just caught a pass, so doing okay right now. 2nd and 5. Mahomes in the gun. 3 to his left. Fakes a handoff. It's a quick pass to Worthy, and he makes one guy miss, but gets folded super awkwardly at the end there. What the heck was that? 3rd and 5, 6, 7, because he lost a yard. Worthy made one man miss, but he could not. Ooh, he got folded over so awkwardly at the end as he tried to just kind of bow down before a hit. But just like that for the offense, it's 3rd and 7. No runs yet against the 31st worst run defense. Mahomes steps back to throw, rolls out right. He's got time, pumps, fires again, contested grab, incomplete, no flag, 3 and out. The defense is playing, man. Bills defense is playing. Chiefs offense stopped again. You started the first quarter 3 and out. You started the third quarter 3 and out. 50-50 contested catch jump balls to Hollywood Brown, who is, what, 5'9"? It's just not going to work. Punt is up by Matt Ariza. The lefty booms it. Caught at the 16 by Shakir. Buffalo's ball. Anything goes with the 5. It's ultimately going to come down to execution above all else. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Coaching, offense, and defense having to click on all cylinders. It ain't over yet. No, man. And the Bills are a really good team. It's always a tough fight. Hannah with the 2-bomb. Juwan getting beat by Bosa. He needs chip help. Maybe. I mean, Joey Bosa's playing some good ball right now. When he's not hurt, he's fine. Joey Bosa just has a pretty lengthy injury history. All right, 3 and out. They've got multiple interior defensive linemen banged up for the Bills. You throw 3 straight times. Nice, dude. I think Kareem Hunt's averaging like 5 yards a pop, isn't he? 5.7 yards per carry. and you do 3 straight passes. He's averaging 5.7 yards per carry. And Casey opens up the third quarter with 3 straight passes. Crazy, brother. And I get that they're not a run-first team, so I'm not sitting here like, oh, they have to keep just running the ball to run the ball, but that's a weakness of the Bills' defense. Take advantage of it. This game is frustrating. Yeah, definitely. And some of it's like, hey, man, props to Buffalo, props to their defense, because their defense is pretty banged up in the secondary, and I feel like their secondary is doing a good job. And they're out Taylor Rapp. They're out Taron Johnson. They're out even more than, I think DeMar Hamlin's out for the season, or he's on IR potentially. Like, they're down multiple guys. You got Jordan Poyer out there, I think, running around. 34-year-old Jordan Poyer. Somebody said, are you disappointed? I mean, the game's not over, but there's been some disappointing moments for sure. Yes, sir. I mean, all week when you talk about Buffalo, I just think it's going to be close. You're going to have to execute on a very high level in order to beat one of the best teams in the AFC. You want to stop listening to me, Tom? Okay, that's fine, brother. All right, under center, offset I. They're going to hand it off to Cook, and he's going to be able to juke inside and get about 3. I thought he was going to get nothing. Second and 7, here we go. This is a pretty big drive here because the Bills with points can really put some stress on this game, where the Chiefs defense is going to want to do all they can to get a stop here. Second and 7, Allen in the gun, empty. Quick pass to Kincaid, and he's going to get 6 maybe? 3rd and 1. Even I know a screen's coming, said Darrell. Oh my goodness. All right, 3rd and 2. It's not 2-down territory, but it would be nice to get something. Get a stop here. You're deep in your own territory. Allen in the gun. He's going to keep it. It was an option, and he keeps it, runs through the middle, and gets like 10 at least. Could have handed it off out of the gun. Keeps it. Up the middle, wide open. There was nobody there, by the way, on the D-line. Gap this big. Chris Jones actually had an outside move on that play right there, and it just completely removed him from the play. Is Chris Jones hurt? I don't know. He fell down on that play, but I think he's okay. 1st and 10 out of the gun. Allen hands it off to Cook. 4 yards up the middle, up to about the 40. Defense is looking soft. Yeah, I mean, their strength has never really been against the run. They're okay at limiting explosives in the run game, but they bite and they pay for it because they're trying not to limit explosives in the run game on play action. And that's where I think Buffalo's gotten that. They got on some play action today. 2nd and 7. Here we go. Allen at the 39 in the gun. Shakir in motion to the right. Allen looks left. Doesn't like it. Slings it. Middle of the field. Caught. 1st down and more. But there is a flag. Kincaid with the catch. Let's see what the flag is. Holding on Noel Williams. Penalties declined. 1st down. It's like a cheat code in this game. Josh Allen just goes, okay, where's my tight end? I mean, it could be Haas. It could be Knox, I guess, but Kincaid's really feasting. Ooh, a sidearm sling from Allen. Great catch by Kincaid. That's tough. But yeah, if I'm Allen, I'm just looking at my tight ends. If you're not running the ball, look at your tight ends and say, who's on them? Do that. Fortnite with the 2 months. Do you think we still have a chance? You got to get a stop on this drive. Offset I formation. Hand it off to Cook. Maybe a yard. Wrapped up by Leo Chanel. We're going to say 2nd and 9. 10 minutes to go in the third. Yeah, the Chiefs definitely still have a chance, but again, you got to stop them on this drive. If the Bills go up 28-13, you still have a quarter and a half left. We've seen some crazier things happen, but yeah, you don't really want to go like fall that far behind. It's a lot. At the 49, Allen in the gun. He's got 5 seconds on the play clock, changing something up on the right side. Steps back to throw. Dancing in the pocket, scrambles out, avoids pressure, and he's just going to throw it away. 3rd and 10. It was a big third down here. D-line couldn't get to him, but they did flush him out of the pocket there, and this is a big third down. The Bills are in 2-down territory too, though. So it's like, if it's 4th and 3 or fewer, they're probably going. So you need just a definite stop here. We're good, says Allen. In the gun, but he's got a running back way over there to the right. Shakir in motion left side, dancing. It's a quick pass to Shakir, and he's going to get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Great execution there by the defense. It's 4th and 10. 4th and 9, maybe. What a stop. Whew. Great call. Or great execution by the defense. 4th and 9 for Buffalo here. Now their punter could pin the Chiefs back pretty far depending on the kick here. Jason with the 20 gifted. Holy smokes. The punt is up. Remigio calls for a fair catch, but it bounces at the 10, the 11 downed. He did not want to risk trying to make that catch, so the Chiefs are going to be backed way up, down by 8. Mahomes and company takes the field. Jason, thanks so much for the 20. 20 gifted. Wow. All right, FLDB, this is the drive. This is the offensive drive here. You went 3 and out on on that last drive.
Yep, this is a reset. That whole, the whole 7 minutes that happened so far didn't actually happen. So coming up a half. We need a touchdown out of this drive. Definitely need a touchdown. I feel like the last 3:30 game we streamed, your camera was doing this. It's like a midday Minnesota struggle. I don't really know. I don't really know. Because any other game slot, your camera's been fine. Helmet. Everybody's yelling helmet. Oh, he'll put it on. Don't worry. Did I mention we should run the ball, said Greg? Hey, man. I'm down. I am down. Run it. Runs the ball. Let's see what we got. Play action pass. That's what the Bills should have done on that 3rd and 10. They probably would have converted. Play action on 3rd and 10. Chiefs biting. How am I feeling about the O-line? I feel okay. Mahomes has been pressured on some plays for sure. Bosa's made some plays. You've got Russo, Epinesa. You've got some guys. I would have to I'm going to rewatch the game again and I'll be able to give you a better assessment, but there are times when there's been pressure. Mahomes has also been able to make some stuff happen too.
It's just, here's where it gets dangerous. If you don't score here and Buffalo scores any more points after this, you become almost completely one-dimensional because of how much time's left in the game, and then Buffalo's really going to know, yeah, you're basically going to pass, drop back to pass like every single play, and they're really going to start teeing off on that. So I would say get the run game going on this drive, get down there, score a touchdown, make it close so you don't know if you're going to be running or throwing the ball. You're down 8. Score a touchdown, let's get the 2-point conversion, tie it up. No third downs. We needed pure first downs all the way down the field. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. They've really struggled on third down, that's for sure. Back from commercial break, Mahomes is under center. Rice in motion to the left. They're going to hand it off to Kareem, and he gets a yard, maybe 2. Not a single fooled Bills player, and credit to them. We were saying, hey, run the ball. Well, they ran the ball, and it's 2nd and 9. And they ran the ball from under center. Wyoming Chief with the membership. Thank you, brother. Let's go, man. All right. 2nd and 9. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mahomes in the gun. 2 out wide to the right. Noah Gray in motion left side. Mahomes steps back to throw. Hits. I think he gets hit as he throws. Targets Worthy downfield. And the throw is off. It was deep downfield. 3rd and 9. I feel like Mahomes was like, he almost got hit as he threw there off the right side. Yeah, it was Hairston, the rookie, on Worthy. Mahomes, I mean, he tried. Wasn't the greatest. He needed a little bit more air on it for sure, and then Hairston kind of boxed Worthy out. Here we go. Huge third down. 1 second on the play clock. Out of the gun, steps back. Pumps, dancing in the pocket. Pressure bearing down, lobs one to Kelsey, caught all the way at the 40. How? 28 yards on 3rd and 9, backed up to their own end zone. Kelsey just finds a soft spot on a scramble, getting open for Mahomes, and Mahomes, I mean, 2 Bills defenders are bearing down on him at the end of this. Bosa and I don't know if that's Russo. I couldn't see the other number, but Kelsey just scrambles. Whew. Finds an area. Mahomes just lofts it all the way up to the 40 now. They're going to hand it off. I think to Brashard Smith out of the gun. I can't see where he's at. He gets like 4 maybe. Goodness. They're showing previews to an absolute barn burner between the Jags and the Raiders. It was 6-9. 13-9 now. We got the helmet on. Let's go. Second and 6. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. 5 seconds on the play clock. Mahomes in the pistol. Worthy in motion. It's play action. Mahomes steps back, wants to step up into the pocket, throws at the last second, but it was tipped. 3rd and 6. Mahomes wanted to step up into the pocket and get something going. Mahomes keeps pointing. I don't know what he's pointing at. Are they going to say grounding potentially? I thought the ball got tipped because it was way off target. If they throw a flag for intentional grounding here, it's a 10-yard penalty. Boom. There it is. 10-yard penalty. Macerda with the 3-bomb. Thank you, thank you. Mahomes is saying he got hit as he threw. If you get hit as you throw, how is that grounding? What am I missing? I need the replay. So Mahomes, they're showing the replay. Steps up into the pocket. The ball got tipped, didn't it? If the ball's tipped, I don't see how that could be flagged. But they're not really showing me good replays. I don't think that was tipped. Nah. I don't know, bro. They did not give me a good replay. I don't think it was tipped. If it's not tipped, it's grounding. I don't think you can challenge that. What is happening? Okay, so Mahomes or Andy Reid did throw the flag. I need a better replay. Give me this one. The ball got tipped. Oh, dude, it got tipped. They finally showed a great angle, but can you challenge it? Is this like a challengeable? Yeah, the ball got tipped. Clearly on that replay. There's no grounding if it's tipped. Yeah, what are we doing here? I don't know if the Chiefs can challenge it. Clearly tipped. That's why it was so off. Yeah, they're saying they should be able to review it because it was clearly tipped. I mean, Andy Reid is still having discussions with the refs. The crowd is booing, but it was clearly tipped. So there's not a reviewable aspect. Okay. So, yeah, no help on that one from the refs, that's for sure. The Chiefs always get bailed out by the refs until they don't. 3rd and 16. Backed way up. Mahomes steps back. He's going to try to scramble, and he's going to get sacked. 4th and infinity. That's crazy. The ball was tipped, so you shouldn't get flagged for grounding there, from what I understand, and that would have been 3rd and 6. Instead, it's 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16, way different play call than 3rd and 6. Mahomes is trying to find answers, not liking what he sees, tries to scramble out of the pocket, circles around, 4th down. Yeah, that was a pretty bad one, guys. I'm not a big refs guy, complainer. That was just a pretty bad call. All right, the punt is up. Shakir with the return up to the 25. It's funny, it is Carl Cheffers. When you think of like the craziest calls for the Chiefs over the years, Carl Cheffers is always in that mix, dude. Yeah, it sucks. It's pretty crazy that the New York, like, nobody could do anything. Andy Reid wanted to challenge it, saying, hey, the ball got tipped. That's not grounding. And I guess it wasn't challengeable. What did you understand from that series of events, FLDB?
I swear there's been challenges before about tipped balls, but it could have been for something else. I don't know what. But I mean, it clearly was tipped. I mean, that should be something that should be reversible if they make a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. You see it every game, like calls, but it's like that was a tip. And where Mahomes was.
They can undo roughing the passers. They can undo like certain other penalties, but they can't undo that one, which clearly was. I feel like they should be able to if it's clear and obvious.
It's pretty crazy because they were talking for a long time, like the refs were there. You should be able to look and be like, hey, that was tipped. That's not grounding. Because he was targeting, I think it might have been Robert Tonyan. Don't quote me on who he was trying to target, but it was way short because the ball got tipped. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's super unfortunate, man. I'm still going to go back to the goal line series before half two. Which is, I mean, I'm way more frustrated about that. I've always said this, you have to overcome inconsistent officiating, so all you can do is move on, man. You move on, There's nothing you could do now about that, and you got to get a stop here on Buffalo's offense. Ricky with the 2 refs on our side, though. Yeah, it was pretty bad. There's no sugarcoating that one. I'm trying to see if... So the original call was incomplete pass. Refs have a post-play meeting and change the call to intentional grounding. Replay shows the ball was obviously tipped. Aspect of that play is not reviewable, so the play stands anyway. That's pretty crazy. Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated, so no replay assist on the grounding call. This is also inconsistent and bizarre. Good thing the officials don't have to go in front of the media and explain the stuff. Crazy, dude. I mean, it was just the right call. To pick up the flag was the right call there. All right, we moving on. Bills at the 26. Allen under center. Hands it off to Cook. Cook breaks 1 tackle. Gets about 3 or 4. Yeah, it wasn't challengeable either, Dave, because Andy tried to challenge it. So, 2nd and 7. 5 minutes to go in the third. Bills up by 8. Brent with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, man. Let's go. 2nd and 7. Allen in the gun. He's got 3 options right side. Steps back to throw. Got time. Hits, I think, Shakir on a shallow crosser for infinite yards. 20 yards. Just a shallow crosser wide open. Did he not get picked up? Drew Tranquil again, dude. Nobody was there. Holy smokes. I think Drew Tranquil might have been responsible for that one. He's having a really tough game. Allen under center. Changing the play. Alert, alert. Play action. Rolls to his right. He wants to uncork it, but he's going to check it down to Keon Coleman for the first down. Got 11 yards up the right side. Yeah, it's a pretty big drive. Somebody said if we score a touchdown, it's probably game. It'd be 28-13 with a couple minutes left in the third. Yeah, you got to get a stop here. Chaos with the 5. Just placed my first underdog bet. What happens if I only get 3 out of 4 right? If you didn't flex it, no bueno. You got to hit all 4. But you could do flexed entries in the future where if you don't hit all of them, you still win. Under center. Offset I formation. They hand it off to Cook. And he gets maybe 3 yards. There's a little bit of John at the end of that one. McDuffie and Bolton did not like something. Chaos, thanks so much for the 5-bomb, man. 2nd and 8, 3 minutes to go in the third. That's crazy, man. Allen. In the gun, Cook just shifts to his left. Allen looks left, pressure, uncorks it, caught. Bills at the 10. That was Elijah Moore. I don't really hear too much from him. Not good coverage. I think Noel Williams was, the guy in coverage on him. Allen with a dart. Perfect pass. I mean, Noel knocked him good, but he held on to the ball. That's Bills at the 10. They're going to hand it off to Cook. And Cook's going to cut in and get all the way to the 4. I don't think Chris Jones has love for football. Okay. Thanks for the 2, brother. All right, 2 minutes. Here we go. Allen at the 4. Under center. Samuel in motion. They're going to hand it off to Cook. And he's going to try to fight his way in. He's stopped at the 1. Cook's really good with the second effort stuff. On second effort, I just never know what's going to happen with Cook. Oh, they're going to go hurry. They still hurrying. They're going to sneak it. Allen is going to get in on a 2nd effort, spinning backwards, touchdown, Buffalo. Tough. 28-13, Chiefs trailing by, well, it's 27-13, so it's a 14-point game, soon to be 15, if my math is right. I'm not really good at math. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We don't know what would have happened on that third down for the Chiefs' last drive. Like, it was 3rd and 6, so they could have very well just not converted, punted the ball to Buffalo, and then the same result is the same. But we'll probably always wonder what if on that third down. But it was still it would have been 3rd and 6. The grounding call made it 3rd and 16, and the Bills are making the Chiefs pay. A lot of people picked the Chiefs to win this game, and the Bills are currently not making it close. The defense has allowed 28 points, and there's still a little over a quarter to go in this game. Justin Reed has missed, said Arch with the 2. Toma with the 2. Thank you, guys. This is how you get a touchdown from the 1 yard. Yeah, I mean, they did a tush push or whatever, but they did different scenario there. You didn't have timeouts. You had 1 timeout, and it was halftime. So a little different situation there. But, yeah, I wasn't happy with the play calling on that last series. And, I mean, if they would have scored, it would have been, what, 17 to... What happens if they would have scored a touchdown there? 17-28? I mean, it still would have been a more than 1-score game. So, Buffalo Bills turning it on, man. 28 points so far. 28 points so far. Yeah, I mean, regardless of that call, Bills continue basically doing whatever they want on offense. This is why they're pretty scary to me, like on the offensive side of the ball, because Allen's a really good quarterback. So they're not like a run-first team because you're trying to mask QB play. No, Josh Allen can sling it. So they're taking advantage of these mismatches with tight ends and linebackers. And then that 1-2, who was that for 20 yards, 28 yards? Elijah Moore. That was with Noel Williams in coverage. So you're targeting the rookie there. So they're finding a little bit of a recipe that other teams are going to want to take note of. Sometimes Allen's just making plays, but other times it's a tough matchup for the Chiefs defense today. They're not executing at a high level, that's for sure. That's for sure. Godley with the 2. This is embarrassing. Darian with the 2. Trade Connor and Naughty for actual real defensive linemen and safety CBs. Well, you're not going to be doing all of that. Probably none of that. D-line help would be nice. There are some plays there where if you got pressure on Allen, it would be beneficial. Slamming with the 5 months. Thank you, brother. Wow, they're playing Haley Steinfeld songs on the broadcast. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Chiefs don't do that with Swift and her music as much. Dude, I don't. They were playing Haley Steinfeld songs. I didn't even know she made music. I knew he was married to a celebrity, but I had no idea she made music. So, no idea, brother. Christian with the 2. We need to get a running back or D-line before trade deadline. Yeah, I agree with you. D-line probably a higher priority, but running back would be cool too. The running back's been, Kareem Hunt's averaging like 6 yards a carry. All right, here we go. We back from commercial break. All right. Thornton with the return. He starts with the ball at the 1, bounces to the outside, gets to about the 35-yard line. Fabio with the 2. Thank you, brother. Is Chris Jones still the guy? He's not playing at as high of a level as he has in the past, and I think you need a little bit more help there, and you're not getting a lot more help outside of George Karlaftis, and your interior is very thin with Omar Norman Lott going to IR. It's a definite problem, and it's why I said, hey, you probably need to make a move here before the trade deadline. We'll see what the Chiefs end up doing. For now, you want to try to get back into this game. You've got Mahomes in the gun at the 34. Worthy in motion. Yeah, you're down 15. Play action. Mahomes has time, but he's hit as he throws. Holds on to it too long. Bills are going to recover. If that's a fumble, that's Bills ball and close to game over here. Mahomes is holding on to the ball just way too long. Yeah, the ball was clearly moving forward. Epineza hits Mahomes as he threw. It's going to be incomplete. But the thing is, right now, you don't need to press. Just one play at a time here. One play at a time, get points on the board. Yeah, you're down 15, but all you can do is control this drive right here. 2nd and 10, Mahomes in the gun, 3 out wide to his left. Pressure is forcing Mahomes to scramble from the pocket again, but all of his receivers are on the opposite side of the field. Heaves it. A prayer. Overthrown, 3rd and 10. And the D-line's kind of having their way here. I think Jalen Moore is struggling a little bit. Yeah, the problem there is all of Mahomes' receivers are to the left, and he had to roll right. Everybody's on the opposite side of the field. Mahomes got leveled as he threw by Epineza, by the way, out of bounds. 3rd and 10. If you go 3 and out here, you're already in danger zone. In the gun, empty. 4 options to his left. Heaves it downfield. Caught by Hollywood Brown down the sideline for 25 plus yards. 3rd and 10. They get out of it. 33 yards. Holy smokes. Dude, Hollywood won his route on he kind of switched up from the inside to the outside down the sideline, lifts his hand up. Hey, I'm open. Mahomes saw it. Perfect throw. A little bit of life. Need points on this drive, though. Derek with the 2 said 3 and out and this game is over. Offense and defense doing nothing. Yeah, man, been a bit of a struggle. Thank you, Derek, for the 2. Mahomes in the gun. Looks left. Checks it down to Juju. Tries to shake off of 1 tackler. Can't do it. Gets about 3, maybe 4. Out of bounds. Clock is going to keep winding here. Typical JC with the 2. Defense is so inconsistent this year. The Bills are a really good team too, but this is just a bad matchup for them in the sense of where the defense's deficiencies are. They're not great against the run, but they're really not good against play action either. And the Bills also, they don't have a ton of elite receiving threats. They have some guys that can make plays in their roles, but then Dalton Kincaid just a good tight end. And that's probably one of his better targets. Well, where are the Chiefs defense? Where's the weakness there, and where do they struggle? Middle of the field against tight ends. And they're taking advantage of it. They've had multiple explosive plays given up with Josh Allen targeting tight ends. Darrell with the 5. Post-game presser will be the same. We got to do better. It's my fault. It's on me. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll see what Andy Reid says, but he'll definitely not throw anybody else but himself under the bus. We know that. Thank you for the 5. Jake with the 2. Appreciate it. Is this team serious today? I don't know. Hats off to Buffalo. They're playing great ball too. So there's been some stuff that have been frustrating about the Chiefs. The goal line thing at the half for sure. But some of it's the Bills have scored 28 points on offense. That defense has been struggling. Been struggling out there. So the offense, they got to get points on the board. Cat Servant with the 5. We need a D-line that can rush the passer and an O-line that can pass protect. Yeah. The O-line's okay. Trey Smith is back, but Jalen Moore is kind of getting, from what I've seen, he's getting bullied a little bit more recently in this game, and he is your backup left tackle. Now, he was paid good money, paid to be your swing tackle. Josh Simmons has been out, and Josh Simmons is bar none your better left tackle, but he's been away from the team, and maybe he'll come back soon. But until then, that's kind of what you got. Even Jawan Taylor's gotten got a couple times by Joey Bosa. Greg with the 2. Thank you, brother. Bonds with the 279. Bills win. McDermott, don't ever count me out. Shoot, dude. The defense is playing well. They're down multiple defenders along the interior. You're down multiple guys in the secondary. And the Chiefs offense, we'll see what happens. It's the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what happens with the offense, but they have only put up 13 right now. I still can't believe that they didn't get a touchdown at the end of the half. That might haunt me. Christian with the 2. We should trade for Carl Granderson. That's a name I haven't heard a lot thrown around. Defensive end for the Saints. I mean, Saints could be sellers, that's for sure. All right, we back from a long commercial break. 2nd and 8. Mahomes is in the gun at the 31. Crowd's getting loud. He's got 3 to his right. Looks left, though. Wants to scramble, and he's sacked for a loss of $1 million. Bills are starting to tee off, and this is what I'm saying. When you're down multiple scores, the defense knows you're throwing. And I don't know if it's coverage as well, but Mahomes is holding onto that ball. Joey Bosa just had an incredible inside move on Jalen Moore, by the way. 9 yards lost on that sack, by the way. He faked power to the outside, inside move, and Jawan Taylor is hurt on the play. He's down on a knee. If he can't go, it's Wanye probably. But yeah, this is part of the problem when you're down 15. The defense knows you're passing. Like, they know. So they're going to tee off a little bit on that, but I feel like it's hard. I don't have the coach's film, so I can't watch the routes, but there is times where Mahomes is kind of just holding on to the ball when heading into this game. I don't know if it's just a play call thing for the Chiefs coaching staff or what, but Mahomes is typically quick pass, quick release, and he's just holding. But again, when you're looking at the broadcast angle, I can't see the routes. I have no idea. I see him holding it, but don't know why. Jay with the 2. Appreciate it, man. Wyoming Chief with the 5. Stop all the negativity. We got Pat Mahomes. Yeah, I mean, it's not going well right now, but I'm not going to get overly... I'm not going to panic if the Chiefs don't win this game. But yeah, falling to 5-4 when the Broncos are 6-2. I think the Chargers won as well, and they have the tiebreaker. It doesn't get any easier. I mean, the Bills every year almost have beat the Chiefs in the regular season for, I feel like, 4 years in a row or something. So it's not an unfamiliar feeling, but these games are just very important. I mean, they're very important to the Bills too because the Patriots won as well. Sack. All right, DBs, time to leave Rice wide open. Please. Please, Bonds. Thanks for the $2.79, brother. Bro, what's wrong with the O-line? Yeah, Jalen Moore's getting worked. I mean, Bosa on Jalen Moore. When Joey Bosa's healthy, he's a really good pass rusher. The biggest knock on Joey Bosa is he's played a full season worth of games heading into this year. He played 1 full season of games over the span of 3 years. So Bosa was always good. Always really good. But injuries were bad. So, yeah, Bosa's teeing off. I don't know who else has sacks right now, but I feel like Mahomes has definitely gotten pressured on multiple plays. Rousseau has a half sack. Michael Hoyt has 1. Christian Benford has a sack. Bosa's got 1. 3 sacks in this one so far. O-line is playing really bad. No Ed Oliver. Yeah, no Ed Oliver. No, I think, is it Daquan Jones? He's inactive too. They're kind of teeing off from the edges. Just having their way. All right, here we go. Back from commercial, but because of that sack, it is 3rd and 17, and Wanye Morris is in at right tackle. Mahomes has Worthy motion out to the left, identifying something at the line, steps back to throw. Heaves it. Incomplete, I believe, right near the line to gain. Worthy was the target. He couldn't haul it in, and it would have been maybe 4th and 1 if he makes that catch. Mahomes slings it. Worthy dives for it. Doesn't haul it in. Mahomes was throwing at the first down marker. Worthy was about a yard past it. Tried to come back for it. Hoyt just limped off the field, by the way, for the Bills. 4th and 17 for the Chiefs. Are you even in field goal range? I mean, yeah, it's a long field goal. But the offense is out there. I mean, if you make a field goal be a 12-point game, we'll see. I don't know what we're doing here. I mean, you need a touchdown, so like I get it to some extent, but 4th and 17, holy. All right. Mahomes in the gun, 3 out wide to the right. Kelsey just moved to the middle. Mahomes steps back to throw. And the play gets blown dead as Mahomes heaves it up into the air. The play got blown dead. What happened? Buffalo called a timeout prior to the snap. Okay. Eric with the 2. I missed this one. Love your content, brother. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Eric. Appreciate you, man. 4th and 17 is wild. I mean, you need a touchdown here, right, FLDB?
Yeah, no, I think that's at this point what you have to do. I don't think we really have much of a choice. A field goal doesn't swing.
It's a 12-point game. And then the Bills have been moving at will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to unmute you probably on my main rather than cutting to the cam. When I ask you a question, I'll just unmute you. They'll be able to hear you. All right, 4th and 17. I mean, you got a prayer here. See what happens. Mahomes in the gun. He's got 3 options. Right. He's got a deep drop. Time, throws, wide open, caught by Rice at the 15, out of bounds at the 10. On 4th and 17. I thought Mahomes was hurt. It scared the piss out of me, but his shoe fell off, dude. 29 yards on 4th and 17. Rice was wide open, wanted the ball, kept crossing the field to give Mahomes just another guy out there. They were just talking about on the broadcast, Rice hasn't even been targeted. Wow. All right, well, they're at the 10 or the 11 in the gun. They're going to hand it off to Kareem. And he's going to fight his way forward for about 5, but the play gets blown dead. Forward progress stopped there. Dude, Mahomes scared me bad, man. I saw him down, reaching at his foot, FLDB. I saw that, and I was like, no. But he was like fixing his shoe.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe they got that, dude. That's crazy.
I don't know the probability of completing that, but it couldn't have been high. All right, you got 13 minutes to go in the 4th. You're at the 7. Need a touchdown. Down 15. Mahomes in the gun, looks right. He's going to step up into the pocket, wants to throw at the last second, but he's going to run forward, get tackled from behind, maybe a yard shy of the line to gain. They're talking about it on the broadcast, and I was talking about it before the half. Mahomes is like around 50% completion percentage, and so far through 3 quarters, he's under 50% completion percentage. 3rd and 1. You need a touchdown here. You got Mahomes under center. Noah Gray motions to the left. They're going to hand it off to Kareem. I don't think he gets a touchdown, but he might have gotten the first. I think he's short. Run up the gut. The O-line just got bullied. The D-line's down multiple people, too. 4th and 1. Here we go. If they don't convert on this 4th and 1, but they do on 4th and 17, bro, that's going to be insane. You got Mahomes under center. Kareem Hunt in the backfield. Rice goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to him, and it's touchdown Chiefs. You have some life. You go for it on 4th and 17. You go for it on 4th and 1. There's life there. But holy smokes. You're going to go for 2. If you get 2 here, it's a 7-point game. Andy Reid said 2. So here we go. Only one play that displays why we'll never win a ring, said Bonds. He's a Bills fan. Talk about the 4th and 17. That was crazy. I mean, we're trying to make it a 7-point game here. You got Mahomes in the gun. Brashard Smith is next to him, so you're not running. He motions out. Mahomes rolls right, looks, fires, caught by Kelce. It's a 7-point game. Holy smokes. You had a lot of window dressing with Brashard Smith moving to the right. You've seen that throw happen several times to a running back like that. And instead, he fires one into Kelce. I'm just going to say, what a drive. They went 11 plays, 66 yards. You had 2 4th down conversions. Touchdown, 2-point conversion. 7-point game, dude. Right? Yeah, 21-28. Bro, FLDV, what was that drive?
That was insane, man. I think on the 4th and 17, like they were saying on the broadcast, a fake scramble is what caused him to be able to get the time. Because Joey Bosa was over on the side.
They faked a rollout.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Joey Bosa stopped, and then that's like, oh, there's no rush over there now. So crazy.
I cannot believe the fact that it's a 7-point game right now. I can't even believe it. Now, obviously, the Bills have been doing whatever they want on offense all game long. So the defense needs to get a stop here, but it's not over if you get a stop. There's 11 and a half minutes to go. 2-minute warning, all 3 timeouts. It's far from over. However, you need a stop here bad. That drive was freaking wild. My heart can't take this, said Rice with the 2. Cooper with the 5. That drive was freaking wild. Now we need a 3 and out. Definitely. Les 1 with the 2. Cole stair slap. Okay. I mean, we're still behind, but we'll do it. And then Jennifer with the 50 bomb. Luck for the bye week. Holy smokes. Let's go. All right. 7-point game. I don't have a lot of confidence in the defense, man, but I'm going to try to keep it positive. Whew. Jennifer with the 50. Les 1 with the 2. Oh, my goodness. Dean with the 5. I keep saying, no need to panic. Not panicking, but that was definitely a must-have drive to even have a chance at remaining in this game. And they got it done. Got to get a stop on defense now. Carbon with the 20. Was going to go give my daughter a bath, but we got to stay. Baby, how about those Chiefs? Dude, you got to stay. Holy smokes, dude. Wyoming Chief with the 2. No negativity. I know we can do this. Pat Mahomes. True Queen with the 5. Taylor questionable to return with an ankle. Jawan Taylor questionable to return with an ankle injury, so Wanye will be the right tackle. All right, the kick is up, returned by Buffalo, weaving in and out of traffic, but getting shoved forward from the 25 to the 30. Sean with the 10 bomb. God, I love our guys. We will get a stop here. I hope so. I hope so, Sean. I need the Chiefs offense to have the ball again here, but we need a defensive stop, which has been a struggle. Stylesy with the $8 bomb. Australian, now for the love of God, hold the Bills to a 3 and out, please. Just stop them, even if it's not a 3 and out, stop them on this side of the ball, or on this side of the hat of their 50. All right, Allen under center. Samuel in motion. It's play action, roll out. Allen pumps, makes one guy miss, slides forward for about 7 yards. Allen on the slide got hit in the head, super inadvertent. He took like a shin to the face mask. It was definitely accidental. Bolton was trying to jump out of the way. Oh, he sold that. Never mind. Oh my God. Josh Allen got, oh my God. Josh Allen got flicked on the head. and really tried to sell that one. That was bad. Oh, no. Under center, I formation. They hand it off to Cook. He's going to bounce outside. He's going to get the first down, or it's 3rd and inches. Homework can wait, said Dragos with the 2. How about those Chiefs? Come on now. Southern with the 5. It's not over until the Chiefs say it is. We still have this. Let's go. Dude, that flop was crazy. 3rd and 1. Allen, tush push time. And on a second effort, it didn't look like he was going to get it, but he gets it. First down. They're at the 42. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the defense has to get a stop here. The biggest story of this game is in this drive right here. Because if the Chiefs defense allows another touchdown, I mean, it's just a huge issue. Got to get a stop here. 41, under center. They hand it off to Cook. He bounces outside. He's at the 50, shoved out of bounds at about the 45. 14-yard run. They might be saying what I think they're going to say on the broadcast. James Cook has 100 yards on the day. 101. I don't remember the last time the Chiefs have allowed a 100-yard rusher on the day. I think it might have been last year. I don't think they've allowed 100 yards rushing by one player all season. They did just now, though. Just like that, the Bills are at the Chiefs' 45. Just moving the ball at will here. Allen, under center, is going to hand it off to Cook again, but this time he is stopped at the line. He is stopped at the line here. Flip with the 5. Big drive for both teams here. We need a Chris Jones sack. Doubtful. Simply a D-line stop is fine. Or a DBINT to stop the Bills' momentum. Yeah. You've got to stop... You've got to stop him on this drive. It's plain and simple. You've got 8.5 minutes to go. Got to get a stop. Allen in the gun. 1 man in motion, so he's got 3 guys to the right, trying to get the Chiefs to bite on a hard count, no dice. Steps back to throw, fakes a quick pass, runs up the middle, but he's going to get sacked for like a 4-yard loss. Trent McDuffie blitzing up the middle. That was interesting. Loss of 4, 3rd and 14. This is a massive 3rd down here. Holy smokes, dude. A delayed blitz by Bolton and McDuffie. McDuffie was falling down and ended up wrapping up Allen's legs. Nick Bolton backed off like he wasn't going to blitz and came anyway. 3rd and 14 at the 49. Biggest play of the game. Allen in the gun steps back. Chiefs rush 4. They try to wrap him up, and they finally do. Oh, my God. They sacked Josh Allen. The Chiefs are getting the ball back on offense. Oh, my. Chris Jones almost wrapped Allen up. Allen tried to stiff arm Leo Chanel off of him, and that didn't work either. Oh, my. Oh, it's 4th and 18. Fourth and 18. That was the biggest drive of the game for the defense. It's on the offense now. Fair catch called for at the 13. Here we go. Dude. Chiefs have to go downfield and get a touchdown, but it's not over. You just got to get a touchdown to stay in this game. What is this game, dude? Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves a game. It's 7 points, but if the Chiefs offense can get down there and score, it's a game. I would really like a turnover, said Secret. Well, I'll take back-to-back sacks. I mean, a turnover would have been better because they wouldn't have been able to flip fields like that, but we'll still take it. Yeah. I mean, all you can do is focus on getting points. Now, here's the thing. We've seen the story, seen the song and dance. Whoever has the ball last might win it. You know what I mean? So do the Chiefs go for 2 at the end on this drive if you get down there? I don't know. FLDV, you're unmuted anytime you want to chime in.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I was just saying, like in the Discord there, just checking in on it, and maybe we go for 2, right? Depending on the time, man. Like if it's like right at the end of the game, I don't know if you want to go to overtime because
I don't know.
I mean, Buffalo's,
you got to score
each
first.
get a possession now, so
but
it's 10-minute order, so it's really not that much time.
By the way, what are you doing? A seance over there, bro? You lighting candles?
No, it's from the screen. It's dark.
Oh, there you go. I thought you had like you had the lights off. You were lighting some candles. They're all saying helmet, helmet, helmet. Southern with the 2. Now that's what we need from our defense. Hell yeah, dude! I can't believe this. This game has been crazy. I mean, 4th and 17, you're down 15. You're like, yeah. I mean, this is an absolute prayer. They convert that, somehow score, and it's a 7-point game with the offense on the field. What a crazy game, dude. All right. You need a touchdown here. Mahomes under center at the 13. Kelsey in motion to the right. Kareem Hunt in the backfield. They are going to hand it off to Kareem. Bounces off of a tackle. Another tackle. He's down at about the 20. That was a nice, hard-fought for 8-yard run or so. It was a very rare 5+ yard run out of Kareem Hunt. We're going to take that. Fighting through contact. I mean, on 1st and 10, if you're going to get 7-8 yards right there, you're taking it. You're taking it. 6 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock. Don't know how you play this game from a time of possession standpoint. Out of the gun, they're going to hand it off to Kareem. He's going to try to get outside, but he only gets a yard. There's a flag, though, late. Oh, boy. It's a big flag. The Bills are clapping like it's on the Chiefs. Holding on Wanye Morris. 10-yard penalty. So remember, Juwan was questionable with an ankle. Wanye Morris is stepping in for him. Wanye with a pretty bad hold on Rousseau there. At least that's what it looked like on the replay. Well, now it's a 10-yard penalty. Second and 12 instead of 2nd and 2. Just get a good 5-7 yards here. You're in multi-down territory at this point. You got Mahomes in the gun, 3 to his right. Steps back. He's got time. Finds Kelsey. He's at the 20, diving forward for the first down. Kelsey was just chilling over there on the left side. Okay, needed 12. Kelsey gives you 13. And Mahomes was looking to the right a lot. Looked left at the last second and just found Kelsey open over there. Dives forward for the first down. Good spot. We still have to remember we only need 13 seconds. That's true, Southern. Thank you for the 5. All right, they're going to hand it off to Brashard Smith for no gain on 1st and 10. Kingsley Suamataia is down, by the way. Oh, boy. Kingsley is limping around. He's in some pain. He's going to stay in. I thought he was going to stay down. Oh, no. Kingsley is limping off. My dude. Okay. Kingsley Suamataia is limping off, guys. Yeah. Mike Caliendo's coming in. You've got your backup left tackle in, essentially. Your backup guard at left guard is now Caliendo, and you have your backup right tackle in, and Trey Smith dealing with a banged up back. Here we go. 2nd and 10 at the 23. Mahomes went to take the snap, but the play got blown dead. Bills call a timeout. I don't know why.
They were confused.
That's a weird time to call a timeout this late in the game. I mean, the way that this game is playing out, this could very well be the borderline the final drive, depending on if the Chiefs can just keep moving the chains. But you're going up against it right now. Having Breece and Jalen Phillips is a must. I don't know if you can get both, man, but you're getting a little thin at the O-line right now. Hopefully Simmons returns. But Jawan Taylor might be out with an ankle. It looked like Kingsley's out with an ankle. We'll see. He limped to the field. All right, 2nd and 10. Mahomes in the gun. 3 options to his right. Let's see what happens. Steps back. Wants a check down to Brashard Smith, and it bounces off of Trey Smith's helmet. It was going to be a screen that might have actually went for some decent yards, and it bounced off of Trey Smith's helmet. I think it got tipped. But even still, Brashard Smith is right in the path. Like, Trey Smith is blocking Brashard Smith's path. I mean, I don't know who's off, who's wrong, but there was a big mess up there. This is for the game. It's 3rd and 10. It's 2 down territory, regardless. You got Mahomes barking orders, getting back. There's 3 seconds on the play clock. He gets it off with zeros. Mahomes is going to heave a prayer down the field. Picked off, game over. I don't know why you're going for it all there. It was 3rd and 10. You could live to fight another day. There was another down even on 4th down. There was pressure coming. And Mahomes did just kind of throw off of his back leg. You're unmuted, FLDB.
Yeah, it's an arm punt. I mean, we still have all 3 timeouts, so we just need another defensive stop.
I know, but what are you doing there?
I don't know. I think that the screen on the prior play was.
Yeah,
we needed that.
It makes it difficult, but it's 3rd and 10. It's not 3rd and 50, and it's 2 down territory. But it is what it is. Bills are probably going to win again in the regular season. They are the Chiefs' kryptonite in the regular season, man. The Chiefs have the 2-minute warning and all 3 times timeout. So I said game over. It's not, but you've got to get a stop here. Cook with the run, with the handoff, gets 2 yards. You call a timeout here if you're the Chiefs. Or you could really save it, I guess. Save it. It's not over. You could force a punt. I think Mahomes would want that play back, though. Without knowing the other options, I don't know. He threw it up to Worthy on a deep shot, but it was in double coverage. He wasn't even open. Second and 8. Allen in the gun. Kincaid in motion. Watch him. He's in line. Bottom of the screen. Right side of the line. Chiefs showing pressure. Back out of it. Allen checks it down to Kincaid. Told you to watch him. First down, Buffalo. They needed 8, got 9. Move the chains. Said watch out for Kincaid. There he is. That's a good first down for the Bills because you only need a couple more depending on how the game plays out. The Chiefs have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but you need a stop here. Allen, under center at the 44. Hands it off to Cook. A lot of room. Cuts inside. Dude, like 6 yards maybe. We might have an injured Bill on the play. Chiefs are like, remember who we have? McDermott. Thank you, Bonds. Yeah, that was a big hole there. Ashton Gelati was trying to make a play. Looked like he might have overcommitted, perhaps. You've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. 2nd and 4. Chiefs did call a timeout, by the way. What is going on with the refs? They keep blowing the whistles. Beep, 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 beep. Godly, thanks for the 2-bomb, brother. Yeah, Mahomes didn't have his best game. That's for sure. He's just under 50% completion percentage, 14 of 30 for 232 yards, no passing touchdowns, INT. Meanwhile, they're going to hand it off to Cook on 2nd and 4, and he gets maybe a yard. Big 3rd down here. Chiefs call another timeout. It's not a great situation that you're in here. If you're the Chiefs, it's 3rd and 3. I mean, you could do anything here if you're Buffalo. It's not 3rd and 12. It's 3rd and 3. Surely you just give it to Cook, right? Have the running back make the play. One of the best in the business. Somebody said INT. I would not think the Bills are throwing on this play. It's been a crazy game. The fact that the Chiefs were able to drive down the field and score a couple drives ago, like that put you back to 7. But on that last drive, you hit Trey Smith in the head on a screen. Like the play was just off. And then an arm punt on 3rd and 10 when you just needed 5, 7. Just got to focus on moving the chains here. Allen, it's going to be a rollout from under center. Fires to Cook. He's going to get the 1st down, slide down. I think that is game. I don't know if you can mathematically kneel it out because you have the 2-minute warning and 1 timeout. I think you just need 1 more 1st down. We've seen the Chiefs do this a bunch. You're under center, play action rollout, and Cook becomes the lead receiver. Cook again, by the way, Brian Cook just got completely lost on that play. Fabio, thanks for the 2. Chris Jones has a $45 million cap hit next year. Yeah. Just standing there. I think he overbit on the run, talking about Brian Cook. I think he overbit a little bit on the run. 3 players defensively, all flat-footed. I mean, there's plenty of blame in this one. Look at the inability to score a touchdown at the 1 before half is a crazy one. 1st and 10. It's not completely over, but it's close. Allen, under center, hands it off to Cook, and he gets 2 yards. There's been some tough injuries for the Chiefs, too. Like, I don't know what's going on with Juwan Taylor's ankle. Kingsley Suamataia was limping off the field in a lot of pain. You don't have Simmons. Trey Smith, he's playing, was dealing with back issues. You've got this bye week probably couldn't be here at a better time, FLDB, to be honest with you, but would have been nice to get a W.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, and we still have to play the Broncos twice. We still have to play the Chargers one more time. So there's time to catch up, even if we do drop this game, which it's looking more and more likely we are.
Yeah, I think the game was the last drive. You needed to go down and score a touchdown in order to have a chance. Once Mahomes threw whatever that was on 3rd and 10 for an INT, like I said it out loud. I said it's over. It wasn't technically, but it's just statistically speaking, between these games with Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, whoever has the ball last is winning this game. And when you're down 7, Josh Allen has the ball last. I mean, you're probably not going to win.
Yep.
Bonds with the 279. McMassad, Mad Josh ruined his double agent mission. He does not like Sean McDermott. That's for sure. Deshauna with the 10. Thanks, Cole, for making these crazy games less painful. Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice. I said Chiefs win this one. If all goes right, 24-28. They're down 7. And the Bills are close to victory formation. I mean, it's a 2-minute warning. The Chiefs are out of timeouts. It's 2nd and 9. I think you could get a stop here. But are they in field goal range? I think they're close.
They're in deep field goal range. I mean, it would be a long field goal if they didn't move at all. Yeah. And I mean, you can get the ball back with probably about 30, 35 seconds left.
Dave with the 5. Thanks, Cole. Great stream of frustration or mid frustration. Heck yeah, man. I mean, to some extent, you do just got to give some props to the Bills because they executed at a very high level. Look, they put up 28 points on this Chiefs defense that hasn't allowed that in some time. I don't know the last time they've allowed. Was it the Jags game, maybe? They allowed 31, but 7 of that was a pick 6 from Mahomes. I don't think they've allowed 28 all season to a single team. So to some extent, like, you just have to give some props there to the Bills. They've executed at a very high level. Allen made throws when he needed to. He's 23 of 26 for 273 yards and a touchdown. Whether or not it doesn't matter. It's a shallow passing game. That's what their offense is built on. But he's had some explosive plays from his tight ends, took advantage of some coverage mismatches from the Chiefs linebackers and safeties. James Cook has had a really good game, 25 carries for 111 yards. Here we go. Back from commercial break, 2nd and 9. Under center, they give it to Cook, and he's going to get 1 yard, but he's getting shoved forward, and they're not blowing it dead. I don't know what the spot is going to be before they... Like, it looked like he was stopped, and then they started pushing him forward for a few more yards. I think they blew it dead, only a gain of a couple. It's 3rd and 7. Yeah, what do you do if you're the Bills? I think they're talking about it on the broadcast. Like, if you don't get this first down here, do you just pin them deep? Do you punt it and pin it deep? Because if you risk missing a field goal there, I don't know. They're going to run it all the way down to 110 or 111 and call their last timeout. Yeah, Dave, thanks again for the 5. Fabio, I mean, I appreciate the super chats, dude, but what do you want me to do right now? You want me to sit here and argue back and forth about Chris Jones? Like, is that really going to help right now? Are you going to feel better about yourself? Like, we know the Chiefs need D-line help, brother. That's not a secret. Ricky with the 2 bomb. Should not have lost this. Gut-wrenching. I mean, out of all the Chiefs' losses, I mean, the Jags game is the one that's like, oh, dude. I mean, they kind of... I have to go back and watch this game. It was a winnable game, but you have to stop Buffalo's offense, dude. They put up 28. Mahomes is sub 50% completion percentage. That's playing a role. You didn't get that touchdown in the red zone before the half. That would have been a 4-point game. You're still be in a similar position here. All right, 3rd and 7. Potentially for the game here. Allen, under center, I formation, is going to hand it off to Cook, and he's going to get a yard, maybe. Countess with the 25 months. Everybody being doom and gloom, please be quiet. We are fine. Please stop fear-mongering. Relax. This sucks. But come on. Also, good stream, Cole. Thank you, Countess, with the 25 months. So the Bills are going to let this go down to like 20 seconds, 25 seconds, and they'll punt it, right? Now they're going to kick a field goal. What's the yardage on this? They're kind of doing a fire drill. Not quite, but they don't have a timeout. The kick is up. Good. That's game. Oh, it hit the... Oh! Oh, shoot! It's still unlikely, but it hit the upright, bro. It's still unlikely. There's 22 seconds left and you have no timeouts, but it hit the upright at the last second. I was like, oh, it's good. Listen how loud the bang. I got too excited for the miss. I mean, a make there is for sure game over. And now it's like, okay, now your win probability went from 0% to, I don't know. What's the win probability here? 10%? 2? Yeah, I mean, you've got to go 60 yards, basically. You have no timeouts. It's borderline impossible. You got Mahomes in the gun. Trying to roll out right. Does. Throws. Caught by Worthy at the 40. Gain of 20. That was a designed rollout for 18 yards, finding Worthy near the right sideline. Brenda with a 25 bomb. Tough loss, but we'll be back. Look forward to you calling every game, muting my TV, and listen to you call the game. Let's go. Thank you so much, Grandma. Grandma HPTC in the house. It's not over yet. Let's see what happens on the last drive here, but it's tough. You've got to go 40 yards in 17 seconds, but you need a touchdown. This isn't field goal. You got Mahomes in the gun. 3 options left. Mahomes heaves one out of bounds. Pressure bearing down. You took 8 seconds or 6 seconds off the clock, rather. Mahomes, yeah, I mean, Bosa was bearing down on him. Chiefs stink, said Benos. Okay. Thank you for the 2. All right, 2nd and 10. All right, Mahomes in the gun. The D-line's teeing off. If they get a sack, it's over. He steps up into the pocket, fires. Incomplete. Took a shot into the end zone, 3rd and 10. At that point, you're kind of praying for a flag, right? I mean, you're throwing a heave into the end zone. Whew. I mean, Mahomes was able to kind of shimmy up into the pocket, fires to the end zone, and Tyquan Thornton jumped up to go get it. There's no PI. He definitely tried. 3rd and 10. This is the last play. I don't know if you're going to try like some lateral magician stuff. 3 seconds on the clock. Mahomes steps back, rolls left, stepping backwards, heaves up a prayer. It's going to be short. It's batted up into the air and incomplete. Yeah, that was a very unlikely catch there. And it was 10 yards shy of the end zone anyway. You try. It was exciting. Got close. But I think the Chiefs go to like 1-5 against the Bills in the regular season. And I know Bills fans like definitely enjoy the win. But when I was talking to Bills fans up before this game, they're like, yeah, like we want this win. We need the win. We're chasing the Patriots. But now it's like, all right, if we meet again in the playoffs, that's what Bills fans really want. But at the end of the day, you've got to enjoy the wins. They got it done here. They go to 6-2. The Chiefs go to 5-4. Chiefs had some opportunities to win, but there's a lack of execution on offense, on defense, and we'll process through it. But I do want to give some props and credit. There's probably some Bills fans in here. I mean, props and credit to the Bills, man, for getting it done. They're a really good team. I said if the Chiefs have a borderline perfect game, they win 28-24. They were slight favorites, had the hot hand, but the Bills defense, even without Ed Oliver, you didn't have Daquan Jones. You didn't have a couple different guys in the secondary. I think Teron Johnson popped up on the injury report, didn't play. And that's when you're like, well, there's an advantage there to the Chiefs in the passing game, but I feel like their D-line just really, without looking up stats, I mean, they were pressuring Mahomes left and right. Jalen Moore was getting pressured, or giving up quite a bit of pressures here and there, especially in the second half. When the Bills started to pull away, that's when the defense is like, all right, yeah, they're going to throw the ball. And we know it. Their run defense is not good. But when you're up by 15 and the Chiefs don't like to run the ball anyway, it makes their decision to run the ball way less likely as it is. I mean, the Chiefs had 20 carries on the day total. The Bills had 35 carries. That's about an average stat line for the Chiefs. 20, 25 carries. You won over $500? Yay, King of Death. Yay. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, good GG's to the Bills. I think they should be happy about this win, because there are some people saying, well, who have the Bills beaten? I saw somebody talking today on the broadcast. They talked about the Bills, the teams that they've beat. It's like their combined record. It's not great of the teams they beat, but it doesn't matter, dude. This is always a matchup problem. I mean, especially in the regular season, but even in the playoffs, these games are close. It doesn't always matter. I said this in my preview. As long as Josh Allen's healthy, it's just a matchup problem every time. It's close. It's difficult. You have to come out firing and executing at a very high level, or you're going to lose the game. Sure, have the Chiefs gotten the better of them in the playoffs 4 times in a row? Yeah, but what does that matter right now? Nothing. The Chiefs go to 5-4. The Bills go to 6-2. Mike Pennell did more and making 28 less. Okay, thank you, Fabio. You circled this game at the beginning of the season that we would lose. It is tradition. Yeah, I did say, hey, if you look at these games, they're going to lose one they shouldn't. But this was a coin toss game to me. A couple others were coin toss games, but I thought they would beat the Jags. That one hurts. That one hurts because you could have just been 6-3 there. And now the Broncos are up a couple. I thought the Bills were banged up. Yeah, they are. But I talked about it, but they executed. Yep, division games matter more. This is but a scratch. I mean, it could affect seeding down the road, I guess. I would say NFC games are what matters least out of all of them, which is why I was confused why Lions fans were so upset about their loss. Like, they were depressed about it almost for 10 days plus. AFC matters a little bit more, and then obviously, yeah, your division. Jacob with the 2, disgusting. Yeah, there's some disgusting plays at hand, and we'll go through it. Bruno with the 20 division games. Oh, yeah, I read that. George, the 5 good game Buffalo. Yep. What are we talking about? He said good game Buffalo, but then fraud rushing TD. Okay. I mean, that's a little poor loserish, brother. But thank you for the 5. Bruno with the 1 month. Also, I hope we have trade news ASAP. Yeah, maybe for D-line would be helpful. Running back, we'll see. Reverend with the 2 bomb is truthful. We need Josh Simmons back soon, hopefully. Yeah, and I do want to credit the Bills D-line. I just feel like they were getting after Mahomes. Yeah, you didn't have a couple interior guys, but their pass rushers heading into this game, Epineza, Joey Bosa, Russo, like they were already going to be a problem. Yeah, they were already going to be a problem. What happens if I share this? Can you guys see this? Yeah, nice. I mean, this is not good. When you're not really running the ball and then Mahomes finishes 15 of 34 for 250 yards, had some chunk plays to kind of help with the yardage there. 0 passing touchdowns, 1 INT, sacked 3 times. Not a great game there from Mahomes. Like, there are some plays that were weird, were fluky, that pass catchers could have executed a little higher level on, but there were just several throws that Mahomes missed. There was play calling stuff like at the red zone or at the 1 yard line before the half. Again, I don't know that would have changed the outcome of this game. It would have given the Chiefs, it would have been 24-28, I guess, but still, you needed a touchdown there. The run attack, I don't know, you kind of went away from it. The game got a little bit out of hand. It was a 15-point game, so you kind of had to abandon the run a little. But it's crazy, like before the half, you didn't go out heavy with an extra lineman and give Kareem Hunt a true chance from under center to run that ball in. So that one sucks. Rice, I mean, this is just a weird one. Rice is 4 for 80. Hollywood 2 for 73. Kelsey 4 for 66. Worthy 3 for 23. I want to look at third downs. Oh, let's look at this. Allen played a great game. I mean, I don't know what that completion percentage is, but it's very high. I understand it's quick passing game, but that's what they do. They run the ball. You've got play action. You got quick passing game. And then their tight ends just feasted. I think that's a big takeaway for this one for me is just the Chiefs defense struggled really bad. And Dalton Kincaid is a good tight end. He's one of the top options for Josh Allen for a reason, one of the better tight ends in the NFL. I said he's one to watch. If he burns you in the middle of the field, you're going to be in trouble. It wasn't just him. I mean, he had 6 for 101 and a touchdown, but Dawson Knox 1 for 30 on a key play. Shakir had 7 for 43, but James Cook had over 100 rushing yards, and then you had 3 rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen had a couple, Ty Johnson. But it's the defense allowing 28, not ideal. Mahomes under 50% completion percentage, not great. And then look at this. 3 for 13 on third downs. I know you can't really see that. Could zoom in more. 3 for 13 on third downs. You were 2 for 3 on fourth because you had a couple of those fourth down conversions at the end of the game, right? A few drives before the end of the game. 4th and 17, 4th and 1. So that's awful. Then look at, I want to go red zone. You're 2 for 3. I understand it's a weird situation near the end of the half. You get all the way to the 1. It would have been cool if Hollywood was just able to get in the end zone. But you had a timeout there. Could have had some better play calling for sure. You had a turnover. Typically, if you're going to lose the turnover battle, you're losing this game. So that's another thing to talk about with Mahomes. Again, I didn't see the the coach's film yet. I don't know. Can I please click the play-by-play? I don't know what Mahomes was seeing. But when you had that arm punt on 3rd and 10, I mean, that's game, brother. And then the Bills started out hot. 11 for 84 and a touchdown. The Chiefs went 3 and out. Now, thankfully, turnover on downs for Buffalo here. Good stop by the defense. Chiefs score a touchdown. It's 7 each. 3 and out. Good. Field goal. Well, then Buffalo starts to get hot. Touchdown. Turnover on downs by the Chiefs on 4th and 3. He was trying to target Rice, but I think somebody was saying, hey, Kelsey was open, and there was somebody else maybe even open. It was one of those quick plays where you just have to decide and fire it. Try to give it to his best guy. Kelsey's right up there with Rice, don't get me wrong, but turnover on downs that the Bills turned into another touchdown. So you went from being up 10-7 to then being behind 10-21. 11-point game. Chiefs kicked the field goal. That's at the end of the half when you get to the 1. I mean, that was a pretty embarrassing series to me. I know some people are going to want to complain about the intentional grounding call. It was wrong. It should have been 3rd and 6 instead of 3rd and 16. Does it change the outcome of this game? I'm not really sure. Officiating is inconsistent. It happens. That was a pretty unfortunate one that you couldn't challenge that to get it right, but it is what it is. You allowed 28 points to the Buffalo Bills. And after these punts in the third quarter, I don't remember when exactly the intentional grounding call was. I don't know. Was it in the third quarter? Maybe. I think it was one of these. But you've got to stop these guys, man, when it matters. And you don't. Touchdown here. 8 plays, 74 yards. Another 70-plus yard drive, ending in a touchdown. Now, the Chiefs got a touchdown of their own. That was on like the miraculous, you're going for it, multiple 4th downs, 4th and 17, 4th and 1 or whatever near the goal line. And then this is where it's like, okay, you got a punt on Buffalo. You get the ball with 6 minutes and 45 seconds. You're facing a 3rd and 10 because a play got blown up or completely just misexecuted when Mahomes threw the ball at Trey Smith's helmet, trying to target Brashard Smith on a screen right side. But then the 3rd and 10, again, I don't know what other options there were, but why do you have to go for a bomb on that play into double coverage? Again, didn't see the other reads, but was there somebody else open for 5? You then have 4th and 5, and you don't have to throw like a Hail Mary when it's still 4.5 minutes to go in the game and you're only down a touchdown. I don't know. Mahomes was getting pressured a lot. D-line was teeing off. He took a bunch of hits. I think he was for sure rattled. You're in hostile territory. The crowd's going nuts. Like Buffalo fans, they hate the Chiefs, right? But we've seen Mahomes execute before. The Bills then missed a field goal. But if the defense would have got a stop a little earlier, I don't know. Could have been different. You don't have to call all your timeouts. You don't have to burn them all. Because by the time you get the ball back, missed field goal or not, 22 seconds left and no timeouts. And you're not down 3. Everybody says 13 seconds. Well, they had 2 timeouts, I think, or something. 2 or 3 timeouts left with those 13 seconds. And you were down 3. 7 is a different ball game. But hats off to the Bills, man. I mean, they just got it done. That's typically what happens in the regular season. The Chiefs fall flat. It was close. There were some opportunities, but you didn't execute at a high enough level by any stretch of the imagination. And the Bills get another W. They get another one done. So hats off. Lucid with the 5. I've seen enough to make a trade for either Breece Hall or Chubb or Phillips at this point. Yeah, it takes 2 to tango. We'll see. We'll see what teams are also interested in those players and if they're willing to give up more. If you trade for Breece Hall, they want at least a third, and then you probably need to extend him. The Chiefs don't typically love to invest monetarily into their running back room, so would they do that? I don't know. Devonic with the 2 said, we just can't beat this team in the regular season. Yeah, they've won 1 game against Buffalo in the Mahomes and Allen era in the regular season, and it was like, what, back in 2020? Will with the 5. Chiefs just didn't look like they wanted to win. Very little energy from the team, it seemed to me. I don't know what, but something needs to be changed. Yeah, some of it's just good execution by the Bills. But yeah, the defense got. The offense struggled at times. It was a 7-point game near the end there, and you're driving with a chance to tie it up. Mahomes throws the pick, right? So even in spite of what I would say was a subpar performance at times on both sides of the football, you had a fighter's chance near the end. Moral victories aren't a thing, but you definitely needed to execute at a higher level. You needed to execute in a way that they had been executing for weeks prior. You played a couple teams that weren't really good recently, and we knew that, but the Lions are a good team, and the defense held the Lions, that really high-powered offense, to just 17 points. So you know that they could play at a high enough level to hang with very good teams, but yeah, Mahomes said in his presser this past week, it's going to come down to which team executes a couple of key plays at a higher level, and that's going to decide this game. And I'd say there's probably like 3 or 4 plays that Mahomes would want to have back or the defense would want to have back total. That was the difference in this game. Chiefs fan with the 5. Bad loss, but whatever. All that matters is we get into the playoffs. Bills won the yearly regular season. We'll see them again in the playoffs. It's always close, man, especially recently. I think this is now 5 of the last 6 or 6 of the last 7 games that have ended in a 1-score game. So every time these two teams play each other, it's very close. Very close. Can't open both the game and the second half 3-and-out. That's true. Yeah, I didn't mention that. I mean, you went through the drive by drive or play-by-play drives, yes. But yeah, to open the game, Chiefs went 3-and-out. And then to open the third quarter, they went 3-and-out. Yeah, it's not great. I agree. That's good. Piss poor management at the 1-yard line to end the first half, too. Factual. Virgil with the 2. This was inexcusable for the amount of Bills out. I mean, their defense was banged up, right? But I think they had... Who was injured on there? They had a wide receiver injured. But I think they were pretty healthy on the offensive side of the ball. So that's kind of the story of the game is the Bills hung 28 points. The defense didn't have answers. Obviously, the offense could have executed at a higher level. There's no doubt about it. But you gave up 28 points as well. You're not winning most of those games if you allow that much. So the Bills are pretty healthy, banged up on defense for sure. I thought the offense would have a little bit more success, but I think it just goes to show you games are won or lost in the trenches, and I really think the Bills D-line, even down Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones, like they were able to really get after Mahomes. I would have to go look later how many times Mahomes was pressured in this game, but it was quite a bit. And then there were times where, I don't know, I feel like their secondary is pretty banged up, but Mahomes was hanging onto the ball for a while. So I don't know if people just weren't getting open. I'm sure Andy Reid would love a few play calls back to better assist the offense to help them move down. They moved down the field, yes. I mean, they were that 1-yard line away from getting whatever it was. What would it have been? 3 touchdowns? What did they make here? They had 2 field goals and 2 touchdowns. We would have had 3 touchdowns and a field goal, 24-28. Against the Bills, I mean, it's close, but you've got to execute at a higher level or you're not getting it done. Let's see. O-line becomes a story again today. Yeah, very true. The bye week gets that piece healthy and back for us again. Yeah, that's the hope. Then we go on a run. Yeah, got to go. You got to start winning. You got the Broncos, probably your most important game of the season after the bye. But yeah, the O-line becomes a story, man, because Simmons has been away. I think he comes back next week or somewhere around the bye week, but I don't know if he's going to be a full go or what. Like, I just don't know. There's some unknowns there. Kingsley Suamataia hobbled off the field hurt. Creed's fine, but Trey Smith came into this game with a banged up back. He finished out the game, so I think he's fine. But then Juwan Taylor left questionable with an ankle. Yeah, you're starting to see, I mean, that's 3 linemen right now banged up, and then Trey Smith is 4. Well, Josh Simmons is missing, and then 3 guys banged up in some capacity. It's not an excuse on why the Chiefs lost the game, but it is a position group to keep eyes on as time goes on because, yeah, you're starting to get a little banged up there. And it's reality. Every team is dealing with injuries. You still just do your best to find a way to get a W. That's how it goes. It's attrition. It's football. It's violent. It's the name of the game. You mean Andy had a boring vanilla game plan and we lost to Buffalo in the regular season? Wow, I'm so surprised, said Captain Redbeard. I think they came out trying to win. You're third in the AFC West. You're not over here just like, oh yeah, we just lose this game. It's fine. I think they really came out and tried to win, but yeah, statistically speaking, the Chiefs have been able to get the Bills in the playoffs, but it's been close every single game, man. The real Cato, bro, Chris Jones needs help. Yeah, man. I mean, there's somebody in chat sending super chats just bagging on Chris Jones all day, but I do think you need some help. The contract is what the contract is with Chris Jones. Is it a surprise that he's no longer head and shoulders above everybody else in the NFL that's not named Aaron Donald at the defensive tackle position at the age of 31? No. But you thought you would see more from Dana or a Minihue. George Karlaftis has been fine, but then the interior, like Turk Wharton, right? Then you lost Omar Norman-Lott for the season. The guy you drafted to rush the passer and help Chris Jones out, he's out for the season. You've got Tillery, but there's not much there. So, yeah, you are struggling, and I haven't watched the film or the game back, so I don't know what some people were seeing from Chris Jones, but yeah, the D-line is an issue, and it was an issue coming into this game. If you're going to make a trade before the deadline, it's got to be D-line in some capacity, or the interior of the D-line. Maybe running back, but would a more dynamic running back on the team, like, would that have been the difference in this game? I guess you could say maybe, but I don't know. Because there's a lot of other reasons why. A better running back's not going to prevent Chiefs defense from allowing 28 points scored. You know what I mean? Southern, thank you for the 5, brother. Not going to lie. We went to, when CEH took that run for 2-yard loss, should have had Royals. I don't think Jalen Royals being active over CEH would have helped. The 2-yard loss was on Juwan Taylor because he got beat on an inside swim move by Joey Bosa. But yeah, the CEH elevation was definitely a little surprising to me. Won't lie to you. The Jags beat the Raiders. That's not surprising. Yeah, that's not surprising. Kareem was great. Yeah, Kareem did a good job, man. Yeah. There's just a couple drives that you wish you could have had back, and then when the Chiefs have normally found success, they didn't on a couple key drives, meaning they were held to 2 field goals instead of touchdowns. I mean, if you just those 2 drives alone, if those 2 drives that ended in field goals were touchdowns, it's 28-28, right? Well, it wasn't just that. They went 3 and out to start the game. They went 3 and out to start the third quarter. Turnover on downs in the second quarter. Held to a field goal at the 1 before the half. A field goal on the drive before. And then the defense allowed 28 points. And Drew Tranquill had a really rough game. Was kind of getting worked out there by Dalton Kincaid. So hats off to him. That was a good mismatch that I wouldn't, off the top of my head, say that's a huge mismatch heading into the game, but it was a bad day for Drew Tranquill to have a bad game. That's for sure. Brian Cook got on a couple play actions. He oversold for the run. One of them was near the end of the game on that third down or whatever to Cook, but there was another one. It was the big play down the sideline to Dawson Knox. I think they went for 30 yards. Brian Cook, his eyes got him, bit the run, but that's where the Bills can get you because James Cook is so good on the ground. They're such a good team against the run, lineup heavy. And Chiefs struggle against play action. That's been kind of their kryptonite this year. We kind of knew that heading into this game. It was not a surprise that the Chiefs, or that the Bills rather, would lean on that. That's what they do. And in spite of that, you threw the pick at the end. The Bills missed a field goal. Like, if you score a touchdown If Mahomes drives down the field on that second to last drive and scores a touchdown, who knows? But woulda, shoulda, coulda, they didn't. He threw a pick on 3rd and 10, throwing it way down into double coverage. Not really sure why. But, yeah, man, you didn't execute at a high enough level to win this game. It's as simple as that. Xavier with the 2 hits, whatever. We will beat them in the playoffs. I mean, history says yes. I would have liked this win. It was tough because just like the state of the AFC West and where you're at with it. But yeah, man. GG's to Buffalo, brother. Please trade for a pass rusher. That would be helpful. I think what we needed was defense, and Mahomes should be running the ball more. Yeah, without watching the coach's film, I have no idea what the Bills were doing on defense. It's hard to know. KT Lee said not a playoff team. Yeah, I guess not technically, but I would be very surprised if the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs. We'll see. I know how crappy this loss was, said anything goes with the 10, but we aren't out yet. Here's hoping the bye week gives us motivation into this back half of the season. Execution is everything. Chiefs Kingdom ain't done yet. Thank you for the 10 bomb, man. Yeah, very important game against the Buffalo Bills coming out of the bye. No, sorry, the Denver Broncos coming out of the bye. A very important game. You play the Broncos 2 games after the bye and then Christmas. Those are pretty much must-win games. You also play the Chargers once and the Raiders one more time as well. You have Colts. You've got Titans. I mean, there's some winnable games, but there's some key games that you basically really need to win. You got Broncos, you got Colts, you got Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos, Raiders. You are 5-4. I don't know that you win out with all these games. But even before the season started, I said, 12-5, 11-6 is how, I mean, maybe 13-4 if you execute at a pretty high level. But, I mean, it's still achievable. But really right now, it's like, dude, you've got to beat the AFC West teams, and they've got to lose a couple games. They keep winning. Broncos won, 6 straight? Something like that. They started out 1-2. And they're 7-2, I think. So they're finding ways to win. They're a weird team, the Broncos are, but a W is a W, and they're 2 games up in the AFC West right now. Broncos look bad. I mean, they don't look great all the time, but they're 7-2. We argued that the Chiefs didn't, a lot of people rather argued that the Chiefs didn't look good last year, and they still stacked up W's, so got to stack up them dubs. Knife Wars, I watched the full game. We also need to make some trades for better people. Pacheco would be back next week. Yeah, he should be back after the bye, I think. Just hopefully the injuries don't get too serious. Hopefully the injuries don't get too serious with the O-line. Like, I need to know the status on that. Yeah. Crazy. Cole, you still think the Chiefs make the playoffs? Yeah, I think so. But, again, as you lose games, each game after that becomes more important. Yeah. Tough loss, a really good team. I mean, I'm looking at the schedule as far as the Chiefs go. The Colts, they looked beatable today. They're still a tough team. The Broncos are going to be a tough matchup, but the Bills are probably the most difficult team that the Chiefs had left on their schedule. But the Broncos won't be easy. The Cowboys won't be easy, not with that offense and how high-flying they are. The Texans, really good defense. We'll see. You got the Chargers again. That's not going to be easy. There's some winnable games for sure, man. But it just becomes very important from here on out. You got to start stacking up these W's, and you've got to execute at a very high level. The Bills were pretty banged up on defense. Secondary, multiple players, but they got it done. I think the trenches, they just really worked that O-line over for the Chiefs, and that plays a big role in getting to Mahomes. We already saw it. Look at the Super Bowl losses. Look at games where Mahomes plays poorly. A lot of times he's getting pressured left and right, and it really affects things. It's kind of weird, too. I feel like they went away from the quick passing game. I don't know why, but when the O-line struggles, the quick passing game succeeds or helps combat that a little bit, but maybe they were taking away their first read. It's impossible to know. But GG's to the Buffalo Bills, man. They won 28-21. They go to 6-2 on the season. I was like, what number is that? Maybe I need glasses. And the Chiefs fall to 5-4. I'm going to get off here, do a recap short. I'll watch the game back a couple times tomorrow. give some injury updates tomorrow in a long form recap video. But man, I appreciate everybody hanging out. Go enjoy to the best of your ability some Sunday Night Football. Don't even know who's playing, but I appreciate all the mods holding it down. FLDB, thank you, man. You're unmuted, so if you want to weigh in on anything. But dude, I appreciate you holding it down. The mods, all the dono bombs, positive comments, bad comments, whatever. I just appreciate you guys being here and really enjoy being able to do this for a living.
Yeah, it'll be all right. We're going into bye week. Enjoy a week of football without needing to worry about the Chiefs. Go for the teams that are playing the Chargers or Broncos. And I mean, we get the Broncos off of a bye week, which is helpful. So, and yeah, the rest of this season looks hopeful. If we get into shape and stay healthy.
Yeah, man. Bye week came at a good time. I would have liked this to be a W. You go into the bye week at 6-3 rather than 5-4, but there's a couple injuries there. You don't got Josh Simmons. You need some work at the D-line. Like, there's some things to work on for sure, but it's not doom and gloom, hit the panic button or anything like that. You did lose a game by 7 to a really good Buffalo Bills team. They're in the playoffs every single year, and it's a weird year. They're chasing the division. The Patriots are a game over them. A game and a half, I think, because they have the tiebreaker right now. So very weird. But man, I appreciate the heck out of each and every one of y'all. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about those Chiefs?